Closing doors, please.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the New York Knicks Watch Along here on the X Sports Jedi Network. Return to the Knicks podcast. We have the New York Knicks heading down to Charlotte to take on the Hornets tonight. A pair of teams, middle of the pack, Eastern Conference foe. They're going to be battling up each and every night. Salute to Maria. Maria, my good friend. I hope you're doing well. I'm glad to see you there. Go Yankees. I mean, the Knicks be with you. So I appreciate you here. Appreciate you always coming on, and you always put a smile to see that you're here, and everyone that comes and join us. So I appreciate you. Friday night Knicks tonight, okay, folks. So let's get it going. You know me. How we do is to watch along. I cannot show you the live video or the audio, but I can give you the play-by-play and illustrate it as best as possible to get you guys going and tell you exactly how the game is being um, playing out in front of my eyes, and hopefully I do a good job to entertain you. So it's here to have fun. So welcome aboard. The Knicks coming in at 7-5 versus the 6-7 Charlotte Hornets. You know, coming home off a long road trip. The Hornets, they head home to Spectrum Arena in Charlotte. So I got those starting lineups for you guys. The starting lineups for the home Charlotte Hornets. You got LaMelo Ball at point guard, Terry Rozier, the shooting guard. Gordon Hayward is the small forward, Miles Bridges, the power forward, and our old friend Mason Plumlee at center for the Charlotte Hornets, who comes in at a record at 6-7. Charlotte Hornets, a quick, athletic team that likes to run up and down, and totally fast paced, seventh in scoring in the NBA this season. Not much of a 3-point threatening team. They like to shoot in mid range, high percentage shots, and although they've been missing as of late a lot of their high percentage shots, but let's see how the Knicks are willing to play. Are they going to continue to double team in the paint and leave open shooters around the perimeter, or will they decide that they're going to play a much more tighter defensive perimeter defense? And it all starts with their defense. But we'll give you the New York Knicks starting lineup. Of course, nothing's changed with the New York Knicks in their starting lineup, and here they are. Kemba Walker will be at the point guard, followed by Evan Fournier at the shooting guard. RJ Barrett will be the small forward. Julius Randle, our power forward tonight, and Mitchell Robinson, the man in the middle. No Nolan's Noel tonight. Nolan's Noel is not out again, second game in a row due to a little soreness on his knee. He got injured in the Philadelphia game, but with this team, what we see is the second unit. The second unit was the catalyst against the defending world champions last game, although Knicks fall in defeat. But you saw Tom Thibodeau bench the starters for the whole entire fourth quarter, allow the bench play to play phenomenal. The New York Knicks bench, second best in plus minus in the NBA this current season. Although I keep saying, and I always say it, and I continue saying it, the New York Knicks has the best bench in the NBA, in my opinion. And the numbers will show the energy they bring. They go and they get theirs. They don't wait to make things happen. They go and do it. You know it's a big contrast to the starters who are trying to wait and see. Nobody wants to step on toes. It's like they're walking on eggshells. You know, the 3-pointers great and wonderful when you start the game shooting them and hitting them and staying in love with it. But then you have to play defense. Your defense has to be like Kai says. Your defense has to be your offense, getting your offense started, and that's what the Knicks need to do tonight. They need to play a tough team here. And I think the Knicks, with their veteran leadership and as well as their experience and the cohesiveness, I think they have an edge here against the Hornets. Although Hornets are coming back home, they must be feeling great. You know, they didn't have a good road trip out there. They had a couple games that they played well. They lost on the stretch. The Hornets had a couple bad luck games there. Good bounce back against Memphis. Kelly Oubre, he went out there and he had a career night. So hopefully he doesn't have a career night against the Knicks like all the other team tends to do. Not one of their starters or bench player or role player comes and has such a big impact, have a career night. So Ricky Rubio, the list right now for this early season is kind of long. Guys are having career nights against the Knicks. So Kelly Oubre already had his done already. So hopefully, no Kelly Oubre tonight to hurt us. So the Knicks got to play 48 minutes of defense. 48 full minutes of defense. They play the 48 full minutes of defense. They'll get this victory on the road. My thing is going to be interesting to see LaMelo Ball, how the Knicks handle him. That's one thing I keep saying, that the Knicks will struggle against athletic and quick point guards. And I said it even before the Kemba Walker signing. You know, that was it might be an Achilles heel here, and it might be the problem all season long. Let's see how Thibodeau rotates, how the guys are up for the task. They already got it publicly embarrassed when you bench your starters. That's an embarrassment. They have pride. This team is a prideful, gritty team, and let's see if they strap up their boots. Um, Go tighten their belts a little more, roll up their sleeves, and let's see them get that intensity work. And it's going to start by on the defense. It's going to start with Julius Randle. It's going to start with Julius Randle, and it's going to start with RJ Barrett. It's going to be up for the task to play defense tonight. Although I think he has a pretty good favorite matchup against Hayward. Hayward is a really good um, player. You see him switching with Fournier at times, so we'll see that. That's going to be an interesting matchup. Mitchell Robinson has to make himself felt here. Offensive glass, offensive rebounding, defensive rebounding, manning the paint. Mason Plumlee, athletic, who wants to, you know, go and be around the basket, hovering, and you're gonna have to technique, box out, and as a team, as a collective unit, and the second unit, continue to play with confidence, pizzazz, and all that flair that they have going forward. The Knicks right now they're struggling a little bit by on the 3 point line, although percentage wise they're still pretty good in the NBA right now. But the last five games they've been 2-3 and not shooting too well. They're shooting close to around 25% from threes. They're scoring 24.2 points. The starters from the 3 point line are averaging the last 5 games. So it's a little bit puzzling, concerning because we know that these guys have talent. Fournier was an acquisition we bought here. You know, we know what he could bring us. What we expect and what's his shortcomings as well. But I think he fits well here. It's just time of But like Thibodeau says, 10 games we got to mesh. Then we say, oh, let's wait another 20, then another 30, and then by the time the season's over, and that's nonsense. So I'm cleaning it up, PG. So he was irate about that, but he makes a point. You got to get it clicking. You guys played all the preseason together, training camp. This is more than 10 games right now, just above 13th game right now. And I think you should start, I think, maybe starting tonight or in the next few short games coming up. I think that they should start clicking and they should start playing extremely well and start showing and trusting one another. And maybe sometimes these embarrassing losses needed. And you cannot afford to have these kind of losses in your conference due to the fact that the conference is very strong, in my opinion. The Eastern Conference is a strong conference. And right now, if I ask you, which is the 13th worst team in the conference, it's hard to debate because you're gonna have the Pistons, you're gonna have, and you're gonna have Orlando on the bottom, and then from there on, it's a toss-up. Who's having. Nobody expects the Washington Wizards, the surprise team of the Eastern Conference, to be leading the Eastern Conference. I know it's early, but hey, if you rack up wins, and even if you play the 500 the rest of the way, you have enough wins above in the first half that qualifies you even for a 7-6 playoff seed. So there, kudos to the Wizards racking up wins and ahead of the Eastern Conference. The Chicago Bulls, everyone said they weren't a fraud. Well, if you look at the dust, they're right. They're there. They're good. They're a good team. The Bulls are a pretty good team. I'm not saying they're a great team. Miami has the same issues I think as the New York Knicks. I think they're gonna see a deficiency in point guard as well. And I think their defense intensity is not as the same as last year, or we normally their calling card. But I think you'll get there. And I think Miami, when they play athletic point guards as well, is going to struggle. They're going to have the same issue as the New York Knicks. That's my opinion. So that's my opinion, my thought. And I haven't watched too much Miami Heat basketball. I'll definitely get a fan, one of a relative, a fan of the team to break down and tell me and hear about the Miami Heat, what they're going through, what their early season struggles are. Although a good team, don't get me wrong, but when the dust clears, they're going to be there. So we'll see. This upcoming few games here. We got the Hornets. We're gonna have the Magics, the Pacers. We're gonna have the opportunity to get some good wins. Houston Rockets coming. We'll play the Rockets soon. All that before we start seeing. In about a week and a half, we're gonna see the Los Angeles Lakers. I can't wait for that game to call that one here. That's gonna be a good game too. But right now, one possession, one quarter, one game at a time. So the Knicks will play the Hornets. So let's see how they come out here. Let's see. Now you're going to see if this team is listening to the head coach, and they're putting in the work tonight. Let's see the effort they give us. I'll be concerning if they get walloped, and I mean, if they could still get walloped here, But if they get walloped, fourth quarter on, then you know what? You tip your cap to good Hornets. But if they get walloped right off the gate and they're trailing early, then you're really gonna be concerned. I'll be concerned, and I'm gonna be concerned of are they not buying into the coach's um, scheme game plan, or but I don't think so. This team is just too much talented to get in a snide. I think they're going to play really well the first quarter. Let's say over and under 27 points. I'm going to take the over. The Knicks score over 27 points tonight in the first quarter. So we'll get that once it gets going. So salute to everyone in the chat. Friday Night Knicks. Thank you for giving me the views. Thank you for supporting the program. Thank you for getting me to 1,600 subscriber mark. The quest for 2K is going strong. Thank you for the overwhelming growth, support, and love for not just the Return of the Knicks broadcast, but also the MMA Combat Sport Weekly podcast with Chef Dan and Austin. Thank you, everyone that listens. Thank you for supporting, and also the New York Yankees watch along. Thank you for supporting the Bomber Strike Back podcast, and all the different. It's a lot of content, and that's why I haven't done any Yankees. But I keep saying it every broadcast. But it's coming. It's coming. It's just trying to get everything ready, trying to do things. I want to try to do things as right as possible, be different from everyone else. Like I always strive to be different. And just be slight different from everyone. Everyone has their style, and I just want to be a slight difference. So thank you for the great love support, and thank you so much. Hey, still Knicks, what's going on, Ron? Man, Ron, I gotta have you one of these days on, man. You bless every program. I need you to come on one of these days and bless me on my program, man. I salute to you. I'm glad you're here. I hope your day is wonderful, my friend. Great programming. I don't write too much in the chat, but I'm there listening. If I'm doing something at work, cleaning, or whatever the case with chores. I'm a great programming, my friend. I enjoyed yourself and good work, my friend. So salute to you. So if you guys have a chance, I'm one of the many. I'm one of the good podcast content creators. Still Knicks fans, please right there on the screen, check them out. Go give them a check out. We all Knicks fans here. They got peace. Ron has got fire. He's got good stuff. I'm a huge supporter. I catch him either on Twitter or on YouTube, and I'm always watching it. And hey, man, thank you so much for coming aboard, and salute to you. I hope your Friday works well, and may the Knicks be with you. Let's get this victory tonight, my friend. So we'll get ready to tip off. Once we get the tip off going, as the starting lineups gets introduced, the Hornets are in their city edition uniforms tonight. So salute to all the other different friends, content creators that are in the building live. So I hope you guys bring the Knicks good luck, and I hope you guys enjoy the game, and don't lose your voice like I did against the Orlando Magic game, because it was well worth it. So I hope you guys, there to be that influence on the road for the New York Knicks. I want to hear the "Let's Go Knicks" chants later on when we hopefully get a big lead. So I'm introducing the head coach, James Barugo. It was his birthday today, so the Charlotte Hornets head coach on his birthday today. Let's see. Hopefully they don't get him a victory tonight. But the Knicks, hopefully that no, hope he has his cake, but not eat it too. So let's see. So once we get going, we know the coaching staff for the Knicks are Thibodeau, led the coaching staff, and we're ready for the tip off. Once we get the feedback, I'm gonna be about 30 seconds behind. Remember, I gotta get it through my application all the way to Orlando, Florida, and I don't have and I have it in front of me here. So once we get going, we get rocking and rolling. Friday Night Knicks. So yep, because I know I'm trying to get around, bro, but I get burned. Hey, I hear you. I hear you. No, you know what? I hear you about that burnout and running around. I just mentioned I got three different programs, with the MMA, and actually it could be four, but I just gotta, so much in preparation, getting the information, the habit. You could just easily hit the go live and talk, but you want to bring something good there. So yeah, definitely. Yes, Mike Ortiz. He saw that the barber got you nice and clean. Yes, salute to Alex. He gave, tremendous. Did everything. I'm happy. Salute to my man Alex. I know you're listening, my friend. I know you're listening, Alex. I know you always tell me so. Salute. Thank you, Alex. Took care. I just was too much. He said, "Don't shave," and I dislike facial hair, and so that was the most you're gonna see me with the most facial hair. You're gonna see me pretty much ever. So salute Mike Ortiz. So here we go. So we're ready to talk to, and here goes. And the New York Knicks win the tip off. Kemba Walker brings up no PJ Washington, no one's Noel for the Hornets tonight, and or for the Knicks. And here's Kemba. Kemba to RJ. RJ thought of the three. He gets being guarded by LaMelo Ball. RJ goes to the basket off the glass, misses, and rebound, last touch by the Hornets, Plumlee. So Knicks retain. So it's good to see RJ going to the paint. He missed it, but that's okay. That's what we want to see, an aggressive RJ Barrett. The Knicks will inbounds this ball here, just on the way here. They get a new 11:44. They get a new shot. There's actually 8 on the shot clock, if I'm not mistaken. Here's Julius. Oh, ball with a steal. And here comes the Hornets. Alley-oop to Mason Plumlee, and they score. So Knicks turn the ball over, and Hornets quickly go out and make them pay. Hornets up 6-2 here. So a turnover leads to a bucket. Here's Julius, brings it up and over to Fournier. Back to Mitchell Robinson. To Julius in the corner. Back to Fournier. 9 on the shot clock. Fournier back to Julius. Fournier to the corner and hits it. 3-pointer. Evan Fournier. So good to see him hitting the 3 there. But it's really predictable. That we've seen this every game. That same play on the offense. Here comes Hayward, guarded by RJ. That's going to be an interesting matchup. Ooh, stolen by Fournier. So Fournier bringing it. And here comes RJ. RJ all along, and he got blocked by Mason Plumlee. No call there. RJ never gets a call, but it was a good block. And here's Ball. Ball's going to shoot a 3. Was flat-footed, and he misses. Here's RJ Barrett with the rebound. So RJ got Barrett, got back on D, got the rebound. He's bringing the ball up. RJ back to Randle. 15 on the shot clock. Randle drives, kick face, side fadeaway, misses. Not a good shot when you're going forward and you want to go sideways and back. So turnover. New York smacked it out of bounds last. Touched by Julius. The Hornets will retain. 18 on the shot clock. Up 3-2. So they'll inbound it to Plumlee. Back to Hayward. Hayward on a pick. Bounce pass to Rozier, cutting underneath the basket all alone. Lost his man. The easy bucket. Can't have that. 3-4 here. But a little more intense for the Knicks. They just lost their man. Just elapsed there. Here's Kemba, and he's called for offensive foul. Yep. So offensive foul there, pushing off. With 10:03 here, up Charlotte up 4-3. Ball brings the ball up. No pun intended. Over and Rozier back to LaMelo Ball. 10 on the shot clock. Bounce pass to Plumlee. Back to Hayward. Hayward thought about it. Hayward keeps his dribble going in circles. He tries to give it up to Plumlee. 4 on the shot clock. They're going to have to put it up here. Here's LaMelo Ball. LaMelo Ball passes to Plumlee, and that's going to be a shot clock violation. And that was going to lead, and they stopped the play, although Julius was on an open court, but the shot clock violation will stop it. A little bit of a break, if you ask me, for the Hornets there. They had a 2-on-1 situation developing with the Knicks, going the other way, but the shot clock violation stops the ball, so they'll inbound the play here. And Kemba will bring the ball up. Kemba keeps his dribble. Kemba's going to shoot a 3 and hit 3-pointer. Kemba Walker with the 3-pointer. Knicks up 6-4 here. So Fournier with a 3. Kemba with a 3 early going. A backdoor cut to Hayward. Too easy, and he misses the layup. Although he was shielded by Bridges, but still they were two men alone under the basket. Here's Kemba's going to shoot another 3, and he hits it. Kemba Walker comes out shooting back-to-back 3-pointers. Knicks up 9-4. So here's Charlotte bringing the ball back. Rozier off the curl. Back to Bridges. Bridges going to shoot a 3, and that's off the mark. Long rebound, Fournier. So the Knicks bringing it back. Contested 3-pointer. Good to see. Randle's calling for the ball. And Kemba, they want to keep feeding Kemba. Kemba with a floater. Kemba scores. So Kemba Walker coming up on fire early part. 11-4. So here's LaMelo Ball. Back to Hayward. Hayward back to Bridges. Bridges to Rozier. Rozier passes the 3. Passes it to LaMelo Ball. LaMelo Ball's going to shoot a 3. And that's off the mark. Rebound Evan Fournier. LaMelo shoots flat-footed. He don't have no jump, no arc. So here's Randle. Back to, here's another three by Kemba, and that's an air ball. So Kemba maybe feeling a little too nice here. And long pass here to Bridges. Knocked away by Randle. Good defense by the Knicks here. Here's Julius. Julius in the upper court to Evan Fournier. Evan Fournier thought about the three. Evan Fournier bounced past to Julius. And last touch by Charlotte. 16 on the shot clock. 9:05. The Knicks getting a little aggressive passing the ball, which I like to see here. So they're showing the hot shooting from Kemba Walker. So Knicks will have it. And inbounds. Nice play by Kemba. Off the back of Plumlee. He missed the layup, but Mitchell Robinson was there to clean it up. Here comes Mitchell, and here comes the ball over to Bridges, and Bridges hits a three-pointer, wide open. So the defense broke down. They found the open man in the corner, and he knocks a three there, 13-7. Smart heads play there by Kemba in that earlier possession. And here's Kemba Walker. Kemba Walker's feeling it. Kemba Walker going in, and it gets it and a foul. Kemba Walker turning back the clock this early moment of the first. And he'll go to the line for a three-point play opportunity. So good to see Kemba Walker. This is what we were, as Knicks fans, we need from the point guard. And could this be what the doctor ordered, seeing his former team will probably ignite and spark Kemba Walker here? Well, we shall see. So he has a chance to complete a three-point play, although a timeout right now on the floor. The Knicks up 15-7 here, early in the first quarter. 7:38 here, so timeout. They'll step away, and I'll keep an eye on the Bellator fight. So I'm actually double duty with video screens everywhere, watching Bellator, watching the watch along. It's a fun time to be a sports fan, if you ask me. So Kemba Walker, I like to see that. That is really good to see Kemba Walker come out and show this aggressiveness. Show he has a lot to prove there. He has a lot to prove in his shortcoming early in the season. Hopefully the not the training wheels, but the cautions, the caution pads come off, and we'll get a vintage Kemba Walker game out on the floor here in Charlotte. So there's a timeout right now. No stats yet. I wanted to see what the Knicks were shooting so far, but as of right now, I have no stats. It's too early to give you the full game stats. So once they get that available for me, I like to give you the stats of what the Knicks are shooting currently and at the moment. At that, every time there's an opportunity to give you an update on their three-point shooting, their assist totals, their rebound, and how the temperature of the game is going right now. But right now, you see the Knicks, the three-point ball is coming in. They're shooting the three. Kemba Walker aggressive. Fournier looked good on hitting some corner threes, but they still a little predictable on offense. When Julius comes, he quickly goes to the left side of the corner. He backs himself with Fournier back and forth. A lot of cute passing behind the 3-point arc, but you're wasting shot clock and no one's cutting to the basket, and then you have to put up a three or a long range shot, which sometimes last few games weren't falling for the starters, and you get stagnant. You don't play too much defense. Hey, the best of TikTok. What's going on? Yes, indeed. It says the Knicks. Let's go Knicks. Maintain that lead. They have to. They are 15-7 here, where Kemba Walker go to the line. Chance for a 3-point play when Wednesday resume play here. So he'll be at the free throw line once they return from the timeout. So Kemba Walker looking good, man, and looking aggressive. You gotta like that. You gotta like that best of TikTok. You gotta like that going there. So the pride of the Bronx. And me, hey, listen, I'm a Bronx native. I'm a prideful Bronx guy, but he wasn't playing well. I want him to see him succeed, but he's gonna have to prove me a little wrong. I'm gonna be totally honest. I am a little doubtful with Walker, but I would love to sit down here and have a plate of crow and wash it down with some Johnny Walker and here's Kemba Walker, who hates a 3-point play. I will be the first one to sit there, and I will do it on eat my crow. Lovely. I will hope so. I want to see that young man do good. I'm Bronx prideful. And here's Hayward with a floater. Got in the paint there. Nice floater by Golden Hayward. So good to see him playing. He's been hit by injuries in his career. Good to see him on the floor here. Hopefully he plays a pretty good amount for the Hornets. For that young man, when he's on the floor, talented shooting small forward. He is a bounce pass. Todd Gibson in the game. Gibson's going to put it up. Gibson and gets the friendly bounce. Taj Gibson scores there. Knicks extend 18-9 with just under 7 minutes to play. Here's Hayward. Hayward on the circle, and Hayward gets bounces off. I thought he had the nice touch there, but didn't get the bounce. Here's the Knicks. Walker, 17 on the shot clock. Walker feeling, stops at the three, looks, fires, and misses. No, excuse me. Three-pointer. Kemba Walker makes it. So he's on fire. 21-9 here. So the three ball, nice spin move and block, and they call a foul. No offensive foul. They call offensive foul or traveling, one or the other. 21-9 here. So turnover. New York will bring it up. And I'm watching all the different highlights from Kemba Walker. Explosiveness. Mitchell Robinson on that, hopping on his foot. Mitchell Robinson scares you. Every time he's on the court, always looks like he gets something's going to break down, and Taj Gibson's in the game early, so keep an eye. Here's Fournier from a three. Off and in and out, misses. Rebound. Kelly Oubre is in the game. LaMelo Ball. And passes, nice floater, but misses. Rebound, Plumlee. Bridges thought of the three, but he's driving. He's got to open, swings the ball around to Kelly Oubre, back to ball. 8 on the shot clock. Knicks are playing the middle better on their rotating on their three-point shoot. LaMelo Ball with a floater hits it. So good to see the Knicks rotating and not allowing the three, although Charlotte is hesitant to shoot the three. They like shooting the high percentage shots. Here's RJ back. Ooh, good defense by Kelly Oubre. And he knocks it out of bounds. 14 on the shot clock. Knicks up 21-11. With 5:43 here in the first quarter. And inbounds to Gibson, back to Fournier. 13 on the shot clock. Kemba has ball on him. 7 on the shot clock. Here's Fournier. Fournier drives on by the circle, and he hits it. Evan Fournier with a mid-range shot. So good to see that going down. 23-11. Here's alley-oop to Plumlee. Plumlee and contested and loose ball rebound. Here comes RJ, full head of steam. He's got ball, Euro steps and dunks. RJ Barrett with the dunk. 25-11. And here comes ball. Now the pace is quickening up. And here's a foul, contact, and one. So Kemba saying, what do you want me to do? I have raised my hand there, but he was moving with his feet. He didn't establish firmly. If he would have got there early and established his feet, he would have drew the charge. He was moving when he got contact, so that's why the refs gave him the continuation. So ball will go to the line to try to complete a three-point play. Knicks up 25-13. So LaMelo Ball, many to consider the best of the three Ball brothers, hits the free throw. 25-14 here with 5:11 here. And Fournier back to Kemba. A little minor zone here, but here's RJ in the paint, and he misses. He rushed that shot there. He had a good look at the basket shoot, and here's Kelly Oubre with the ball. Back to go to Hayward. Hayward, bounce pass. Here's a three-pointer, and off the mark. And, LaMelo. There should be a loose ball foul. Yes, he pushed off on Kemba Walker in the back. So loose ball foul, LaMelo Ball. Knicks retain here the possession, 25-14 with 4:49 here in the first quarter. So the Knicks will inbounds on the side. Substitution patterns in. Alex Burke in the game right now. Good to see Alex Burke. Thibodeau actually subbing a little early here. So Gibson, now Burks. You still got Kemba, Randle, Fournier. So he's changing a little bit of the combination to see. So RJ is taking a seat. So I think he's going to want to play RJ with the second unit. Here's Fournier. Fournier to Gibson. Gibson was contested and he scores. Taj Gibson. Did he get? No, they waved it off. So let's see what the play was. And he passed it to Gibson, and Gibson was going for a contested dunk. Oh, he hanged on the cylinder. No basket. Basket interference, folks. So that don't count. Gibson put a nice move there, but he hanged on to the rim, so no basket. Here's ball. Ball shoots. And right now my screen just went frozen. Huh. Interesting. And here's back to Oubre. Oubre thinks about the three. Oubre coming out of a nice game in Memphis. Ball back to here's a 3-pointer. Misses. Rebound New York. So Alex Burks back to Julius. Julius 19 on shot clock. It's Kelly Oubre on him. So Julius passes to Burks. Burks thought about the three. He drives and he reverse layup misses. The rebound comes the Hornets. Ball, dribbling, passing, nice pass there. Good defense there by Alex Burks with a block. Alex Burks playing really good defense. Here's Kemba. Is feeling it with a three, and a 3-pointer. Kemba Walker. Knicks up 28-14 with 3:35 here. Now you see the Hornets complaining to the refs here. Something that the Knicks would usually normally do. 28-14 here. Here's Hayward. Hayward driving, stops on a dime. It eludes. Nice play there. He stopped on a dime and pulled up with a jumper. He had Alex Burks skating right behind him. 28-16 with 3:10 remaining here in the first quarter. Kemba Walker back to Burks. Burks. 13 on the shot clock. Burks trying to call a play out. Screen by Gibson. Off the screen, a 3-pointer. Misses. So rebound Kelly Oubre. Kelly Oubre brings the ball up. And Kelly Oubre is going to shoot a three, and that's off the mark. Rebound Fournier, pushing into Randle. Randle, go attack the basket. You had one-on-one with Oubre, and he decides to pass it back. Now he's going to shoot a three, and that's off the mark. Not a good possession, Julius. You're not doing smart decisions there. Here's ball over to Randle, 16 on the shot clock. Gordon Hayward, excuse me. He spins. Actually, that's not Hayward. That's another player's. My fault. It's not Hayward. I thought it was Gordon Hayward. Foul anyways on the shot. Alex Burks. Timeout 28-16 here. Friday night Knicks basketball. Knicks up 28-16 here with 2:30 here. Julius Randle. You had a one-on-one with Kelly Oubre halfway, midway, that all he had to do was put some moves, and he had and I think he would have taken him. Randle's stronger enough to go up against and go past Kelly Oubre or draw the foul, and he decided to back and move away, and then he gave it. You pass it back to Fournier. Fournier dribbles, passes to you, and you decide to take a long 3-point. See, those are the things that frustrates you as a Knicks fan. And you got a one-on-one situation in a semi-fast break. You take advantage there. You're most likely you're going to get contact, and you're going to probably be at the free throw line. And not a smart play by Julius Randle in that decision making, in my opinion. I know you can't kill him all the time, but if it's a fatigue issue, you got to let Thibodeau. No, it's a fatigue. If you're tired, fatigued, you're not gonna hurt. You're gonna hurt the team. Julius. You do have a formidable backup in Obi Toppin that's playing very well. And if you're feeling a little fatigued, it's okay to say and come out. It's all right. We want you. I'd rather you be 100% fully rested and going out because what you provide is you are the best talented player on the team. But if you got to play smart plays there. I'm personally criticizing him myself there. Hey, well, salute Z in the building. Z in the building. Z. I know he's watching this game with good intent. He can't wait to see the Hornets and Knicks, especially Kelly Oubre. To see him play there. So there's a timeout. So we'll see. And I missed the first fight in Bellator, so timeout right now. Let's see if they give us any stats yet. Usually I wait for the statistician to give us some stats, and we'll see if the stats are available. And they are. So right now I got 2 minutes and 30 left here in the quarter. The Knicks are shooting 52.4% on the road, 11 for 21. Hornets are holding the Hornets 38.9, 7 out of 17. The Knicks are shooting 71.4 from 3-point line, 5 out of 7, while holding the Hornets to 1 of 7. That's the difference here. The Knicks are both teams are even a 1-on-1 from the free throw line. Kemba Walker has about 4 3-pointers on fire. And Payos has a 3-point play. 10 rebounds for the Knicks, 9 for the Hornets. Both have an offensive rebound. The Knicks 6 assists so far. 6 assists and 28 of their points. They both have a block apiece. The Knicks have 2 steals, and both teams have 3 points, 3 turnovers. The Knicks have 12. Their points in the paint are even at 12 apiece. The difference is the 3-point ball. I'm going forward. So here's a chance for a 3-point, and hits the first one. So he's at the free throw line, extended. As Kemba Walker takes a seat, Derrick Rose comes in. So right now, Kemba Walker playing very well so far here, early going. And second free throw, so he hits a pair of free throws here, cuts the lead here, 28-18, 10-point lead with 2 minutes and 25 seconds in the first quarter. Derrick Rose back to Burks. Got Burks, Rose, Randle, Gibson, and Fournier. So different, and Thibodeau's changing things around a little bit to see, and everyone's gonna got to know and play together. Here's a nice defense by Kelly Oubre, and back to Burks. Oubre contest, and Burks hits a three-pointer. Alex Burks. So the hot three-pointing continues for the Knicks so far. 31-18 here, with just under 2 minutes left in the first quarter. And Hornets. Ooh, nice pass there, and whoa, offensive, no call, no good. Offensive interference. He went for a dunk and he held on to the rim, so no basket. Side out of bounds. So guarantee there's going to be a lot of Knicks fans in Charlotte tonight. Friday night too. There's a lot of transplanted New Yorkers in North Carolina and some in South. We'll do the trip to go see this game. So here's Rose. What a game he had last game. Knocked the ball out of bounds. So Knicks will have it. 17 on the shot clock. They'll inbound the ball here. So salute to everyone in the chat. Salute to everyone listening in. And Quickly's in the game here. Quickly, Rose, Gibson, Randle, and Burks. So here's Rose. That's to Burks. Burks wide open. Hits a three-pointer. Alex Burks. This is what I like to see here. Although Julius is on the floor, Rose found his benchmates there. The ball didn't go and didn't stop, and the offense didn't stop through Julius. They kept moving the ball and found the open man. That's what you like to see here. This is a sign. I'll get to that. Here's Bridges turning, spinning. Good defense by Julius Randle. No offensive foul. So Bridges got called for the offensive foul. Knicks will have it. Now, what I mean that's a humbling situation for Julius. Julius has got to know how to be on the floor, and the offense doesn't always need to revolve around you. And that's just a good lesson right now. If you look at it, him playing with the second unit, because although it's to the detriment of poor Obi Toppin, but it's a humbling experience for Julius Randle, in my opinion, because now he's going to play with a unit that trusts another, plays with one another, and doesn't have to always revolve around Julius. Although here they got an isolation play. As soon as I said that, Bridges knocks the ball out with 12 on the shot clock. Back to heavy ISO. Pass the ball, my friend. Back to Gibson. And Gibson misses on that. Gibson had a nice shot, a curl. Here's Bridges, wide open three, misses. Rebound, New York. So Charlotte Hornets stink from the three-pointers so far right now. That was a good look there, but a little rushed. Here's Randle. Randle has one-on-one action. Go to the paint. He decides to take the ball back out. He had no one in front. Bounce pass to Gibson, and Gibson putting the moves, and he stepped out of bounds. So turnover. Gibson has two fumbles here in the early going with 29 seconds left. Knicks up 34-18. So Hornets will bring the ball up. Rozier brings the ball. And Terry Rozier. Guarded by Quickly. Good defense by Quickly. Ball now. And here's Bridges. Bridges on the switch. Here's Gibson staying with Bridges. Bridges trying to move the moves. Bridges wild pass. Here's a three-pointer from the corner. Misses. And offensive rebound by Charlotte. Charlotte has a reset here. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Bridges from long and misses. The quarter comes to an end. So the Knicks up 34-18. The Knicks scored 34 points in the first quarter and gave up only 18. So good start here for the New York Knicks this Friday night Knicks basketball here on the BX Sports Jedi Return of the Knicks podcast watch along and play-by-play. So salute to everyone in the chat. Salute to everyone watching, and thank you for all the likes and subscribe. Thank you so far. Good so far. Yes, Ron. They're playing well so far here. You see the balance. Kemba Walker, what can you say? He came out, fire like a hot pistol. Let's get with the stats there once it gets updated. And then the first quarter, 34-18. Let me refresh that. Make sure I get the right stats, the full up-to-date stats. while we go on. Right now, the Knicks are shooting 54.2% from on the road. Like I always say, 18 out of 24. That's a good number whenever you shoot above 50% on the road away from home. Also, the Charlotte Hornets are held to 31.8%, 7 out of 22. The Knicks are shooting 7 out of 10, 70% for three-point land, while holding the Charlotte Hornets 1 for 10. We've seen that before. Teams could get hot from the three-point line. We saw it in the Raptors game. You know, hopefully they remember and have memories about that and play. You know, not to allow these teams to start shooting the lights out here, especially in that third quarter. But we'll wait for that bridge when we cross it. Both teams have 11 rebounds apiece. Charlotte has 2 offensive, while New York has 1. But here's the number I like so far: 8 assists out of 34 points. You gotta like it when the Knicks are moving the ball around, assisting. That's also a recipe of victory, of success. You get everyone involved. You get everyone touching the ball, getting involved, getting acclimated, feeling part of the game. You're allowing the game to come to them and not allowing the game, not forcing the game. That's when the assist out. That's one I like to see. The Knicks 12 points in the paint, even with the Hornets, so that's even a piece. The Charlotte actually has 4 turnovers. New York 3. Both teams have a block apiece there. Let's go with. Let's give you the leading scorer for in the first quarter. Kemba Walker racked up 17 points in 10 minutes with 2 assists there. Phenomenal from three-point land. The second leading scorer was Alec Burks, 6 points in 5 minutes with a rebound off the bench. Evan Fournier also has 5 points. Hit a three, he had a floater in the paint, really good. No points from Randle, but this is the number I like to see from Randle: 4 assists, 3 rebounds. I like to see that. His points will get there. I like when he gets everyone involved, when he has high assist games, and it shows here. Mitchell Robinson with 2 points, a rebound in 4 minutes. He left a little grimacing. Let's see. Hopefully he's okay. There's no injuries as we start the second quarter here. And Charlotte has the ball. Rose is on the floor. Burks, Obi Toppin in for the breathing and Obi Toppin got caught there napping and on a cut. So hopefully Thibodeau doesn't yank him here. He was trying to see if he's going to help double, but he's got to be aware of a cutting player and get in the lanes here. Here's Plumlee, almost knocked it away from Gibson. Rose gets the ball back. Rose driving. Rose going to the cup, and they call a moving pick here. So they call a legal screen by Gibson. Turnover. Charlotte will have the ball back. So at least we know what. Here's Plumlee. Here's Rozier. 34-20. Knicks up by 14. Plumlee guarded by Gibson. Obi Toppin all over his man. Here's a drive. Kick back. 5 on the shot clock to Rozier. 4. He's going to have to put it up soon. Quickly all over him like a cheap suit, and turnover. So the Knicks defense to force that turnover. So kudos to the Knicks. Quickly playing some good defense on Rozier, not falling for head fakes, sticking with his man, and cause that turnover because the shot clock was winding down. So right now, good so far. Good perimeter defense from New York so far early in the going. Here's Rose bringing the ball up. Rose minor Gibson. Gibson's going to shoot it. Gibson misses. Gibson with the offensive rebound. Back to Quickly. Quickly's going to shoot a 3. And it's off the mark. Rebound, Charlotte. So here's Rozier coming back. Quickly all over him. Quickly over. Here's a 3-pointer. And it's off the mark. Rebound. Back to Bridges. Bridges going to drive now. And they call a foul here on Gibson. And to be honest with you, I'm gonna look at that play again. It looked like he ran into his own man. But although it might be Taj Gibson might have pushed his own man into him. So Bridges will go to the line. Hey, Jerome, the big Laker fan. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Happy Saturday morning for you there in the Philippines. Salute to you, my friend. Thank you for joining us, man. It's always good to see you here. And Bridges hits the first one. Mitchell Robinson will return back to the game, although he left a little bit grimacing his first time up a couple minutes, so that's why it prompted Taj to come back. Taj, pretty decent game, not a normal Taj type of game, but hey, he's serviceable. He battles, got offensive rebound. Bridges misses the first. Well, he goes 1 of 2 from the line. He hit the first, missed the second free throw. Rose will bring it up. Knicks up 34-21 here with 10 minutes and 22 seconds. Burks Burks pumps around the circle and hits. Alex Burks coming on live tonight. Have some good points here. 8 points for Alex Burks in the early going. So Knicks shooting well here, shooting the high percentage shot. Here's Rozier driving and no call. Was it going out of bounds? I don't know if they call a foul or the ball was out of bounds. No, Rozier will go to the line. So there was a foul call. Rozier driving and the Mitchell Robinson with some contact there. And that's what you got to do when guards want to penetrate to the paint. You get a good foul, you knock them on their rear end, and they'll think twice of going to the paint. So Rozier will go to the line, although he's going to be rewarded with some free throws, but guaranteed if he gets hit down there, he'll think about it. Rozier hits the first there, so he has another free throw coming up. Knicks up 36-22. So Kemba Walker, the story so far was 17 points in the first quarter. And Rozier getting a breather. Rozier hits a pair of free throws. So the lead is 36-23. Pressure here by Charlotte. Obi Toppin brings it across the timeline. Obi Toppin going strong coast to coast. Oh, off of the Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson with the dunk. Give that man an assist to Obi Toppin and a dunk to Mitchell Robinson. So Obi uses the force there, gets an assist. Knicks up 38-23. So smart play there. You see the confidence on Obi Toppin and turnover. So Rozier thought he had a lob to cutting players, so he didn't see that turnover. 38-22, 23. So the Knicks need to make them pay whenever they turn the ball over. Oh, no problem. Definitely Jerome. We'll put, I thought that was Jerome. So, yeah, no problem there. So, here's Burks, and he misses. Rebound, Burks gets his own rebound, lobs up to Obi, and he got fouled. So, Alex Burks, you could see the chemistry there. You see the chemistry between Burks and Obi Toppin. He trusted him. He threw the ball up. He knew that he has a gifted athletic player in Obi Toppin. Obi Toppin went up. Now he's got it rewarded. He's going to go to the line for some free throws. Obi misses the first one. He was shooting the ball really well from the free throw line. He misses the first. He'll have a chance for another. So second unit with Derrick Rose, they're plus 95 with quickly a plus 64. Obi Toppin a plus 57. Burks is a plus 39. Noel is a plus 32. And Gibson a plus 13. According to the stats, they're seventh in the NBA. I think they're the best in the NBA, in my opinion. And if you call me biased, so be it. So Obi Toppin hits a free throw. So 39-23 here. So he went 1 for 2 for the line. Here's Ball back in the game for Plumlee. So Hornets bringing their starters, some of their starters back. They need this. Here's Ball, misses the 3 ball. 3 ball is not falling right now for the Hornets. And there's a little bit of both because good contested shots by the Knicks and good and missing shots. Ooh, Rose missed the 3. Rebound Hornets. 8 minutes and 50 seconds here before halftime. Here's Rozier going to the paint, and Mitchell Robinson extended Mitchell Robinson, and he hits. So tough shot by Rozier. 38-25 here. 8:40 before halftime. Quickly brings the ball up. Quickly back to Obi. Obi going strong to the glass and misses, but Mitchell Robinson has to fight for the rebound. Quickly comes up with it. Quickly back to and dunk by Obi Toppin. Use the force with a dunk. Oh, give quickly an assist there. 41-25. Knicks up. Hayward. Back to Rozier. Rozier driving. Rozier going. Met by Mitchell Robinson. No. Blocked by Mitchell Robinson. But Hornets kept alive. And here's Rozier. Stood underneath the basket all alone. What's going on, Kelvin? I hope you're doing well, man. Kelvin T. Jones in the building, sir. I hope you're doing well. Here's quickly with the floater. Quickly misses. Mitchell Robinson being active. Rebound by Burks. Burks back the new shot clock. Here's Burke get rewarded. Back to Rose. Rose is going to fire a 3, and Rose misses. Obi Toppin with offensive rebound. The Knicks are crashing the board, getting some good offensive rebound. Missed on that one. Here comes the Hornets. Mason Plumlee, Euro step. Knicks moving and swarming and rotating. And here's good effort on defense by the Knicks here. And here's Burks. So they team defend and defending. And here's Burks and what do they call a foul here? Alex Burks looking for Obi Toppin, but they call a foul prior to that. Yeah, everything is well. Everything is great to see you on as well. So right now the Knicks got looking good, looking sharp. Second unit, leaving what they left off in the Rat Pack. like you say, Kelvin T. Jones, the man right here, he called him the Rat Pack. He gave him the nickname, and we're going with it. The Rat Pack, the second unit, and right now they're in there. So I'm glad you came right on time. Once the Rat Pack comes in there, though, Kemba Walker comes in. Rose not having it tonight, but Kemba Walker's hot right now. Kemba Walker is going to shoot. And Kemba Walker continues. 19 points for that man. The Knicks extend 43-27. And here's a long rebound. And right now, the game is getting out of hand for Charlotte. Kemba Walker, LaMelo Ball comes up with a steal. LaMelo Ball, and there's no basket. No basket. They set a foul on the floor here. So Knicks wanted to stop that action with 7-11 before halftime. So you see Kemba Walker coming, slicing into the mid-range, and he hits it. So they show the replay on that. So it's good to see that. So it's Kemba. Oh, timeout. So it's a timeout on the floor here with 7 minutes, 11 seconds left before halftime. Knicks up 43-27. So Kevin T. Jones in the building. Salute to you. A and B, always. Hello, A and B. Always in the building. And we got Ron from Still Knicks fans. Yeah, Kemba did hear all the noise. Absolutely. A and Z, Zach in the building as well. Salute to you. Maria, of course, the first lady, the best of TikTok. Mike Ortiz in the building as well. So salute to everyone up in the bond. Like I always put it on my description on the video. Hey, we like participators. You don't be a spectator, participate. Say hello in the chat. Everyone would like to say hello back and greet you. I know you guys are listening, so we appreciate it. We appreciate the support. So we appreciate your time and giving us your time listening to the game right now. So right now, the Knicks look good. The Knicks look good so far. But hey, there's a lot of basketball left. We've seen that. Where do we see? We've seen that before. So hopefully tonight is the night that they're focused. And they're holding the Hornets 1 for 12 from the 3-point line. 1 for 12. 1 for 12. And holding them for 34.5% from the field. 10 out of 29. And although the Knicks percentage dropped, they're shooting 45.9%, 17 out of 37. But they're scoring. They're 7 for 15 from the 3-point line. They're 2 or 3 from the candy strike. Hornets are 6 out of 7. Although I think they're gonna have more free throws coming up. And the Knicks are on rebounding right now, 20-16. Although you saw them attacking the glass, they were very aggressive on the offensive glass. They had 7 offensive rebounds, and Hornets 4. And you saw, and that's the difference between Obi Toppin, and Mitchell Robinson. Seeing them both on the floor. Wow. Kemba said, "Do I look washed up now?" Hey, he's got a statement for tonight. He's got a good gripe on that. Mike Ortiz says, "Good to see the refs blowing their whistles finally." Yeah, okay. Yeah, the refs have been horrible, Mike. Mike, the refs, I've been knocking them and killing them. Not just calls against the Knicks. There was a call against the Bucks when Mitchell Robinson got caught in the air. He got caught in the air, and they didn't call the play on Antetokounmpo. They kind of made up with it with the Obi play, although I've seen it so many times in so many memes and freeze frames, and you see his hands all over Obi's wrists and arms. But hey, that happened. It is what it is. But yeah, like you said, good call on that one. To see the refs finally being referees, I agree with you on that. Hopefully, they don't make a negative impact going forward. But like G Money says, you got to play your game. You got to play your basketball game and play. You can't blame anything on the refs. You control your own destiny, and I agree with you, Gideon. So Gideon will be on a little later as well. So salute to Gideon, aka G Money. 43-27. They inbound the ball. Another stoppage here. What was called for? Illegal defense or loose ball foul? I think it was a loose ball. No, it is illegal. No, it's a loose ball foul. Excuse me. 7:08 here. 43-27. So they'll inbound the ball here. So the Rat Pack is out here. It's Julius will come back, but a long time for RJ Barrett again on the bench here. So Obi Toppin, short leash again. Here's Randle. Just came in and good missed. Bridges missed and turnover. 2 Randle's not careless with the ball. Knocks it out of bounds. 7:02 here. He allowed Bridges to blow by him and let the ball carry him out of bounds. Extra possession for the Hornets. Can the Hornets make the Knicks pay here? This is a swing play, and there's a alley-oop, and nice play there by Plumlee to ball to Plumlee, giving assist to ball off the inbounds. You should not have that there. So now Hornets are trying to play a little defense here. You see the size differential here. Bridges and Randle, isolation. Here's Kemba, and out of bounds. No, yep. So Hornets will have it. So Hornets playing a little prideful defense here. Knicks got getting a little sloppy right now as the starters will come back in. Barrett, Fournier, as the Brat Pack starts going away here. Let's see. Hopefully they could hold this lead. The second unit gave you this lead. Now, so although the starters provided it, they maintained it and added to it. And there's a foul. So referees are calling this tight here. This is Gibson's second or third foul, if I'm not mistaken. So he'll go to the bench. And Gibson is irate. And let's see, Mitchell Robinson will get up. So Mitchell Robinson will come in. Be interesting to see if he'll play with Jericho Sims for a couple minutes here. Ball, go to the free throw line, and he hits the first. And as Mitchell Robinson subs in for Todd Gibson. Gibson with the 2 fouls, or 3 if I'm not mistaken. So we won't see him for the rest of the quarter until the second half. Knicks up by 13. This is a dangerous time in the game. Down cut to 12. Knicks need to score here, not allow the Hornets to try to cut it to single lead. 43-31 here with 6:25. Here, Mitchell Robinson. Back to Kemba. Kemba's been on fire here. Kemba back to RJ Barrett, curl 3, and in and out. So here's a swing play, an opportunity for the Hornets to cut this to a 10-point game or 9. And LaMelo Ball over to Bridges to Kelly Oubre. Kelly Oubre has a mismatch and he throws a wild shot, offensive rebound, and he scores. So offensive glass, and they cut it to a 10-point game here. 43-33. Hornets on a small run here as the crowd wants to get on their, urge their team here. And here's a pass to Mitchell Robinson. Good pass by Kemba Walker, and Mitchell Robinson scores. So Kemba Walker threads the needle, give that man an assist. 45-33 here with 5:35 here before half. Here's ball to Kelly Oubre. Kelly Oubre shoots and misses. And a fight for the rebound. Last touch by Hornets. Knicks ball with 5:28 here. So they're showing the replay from Kemba. Thread the needle to Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson asserting himself. Much better game for Mitch so far. 45-33 here with 5:20 before halftime. Kemba Walker brings the ball up. RJ Barrett, you got to get him going. Back to Kemba. Although Kemba Walker's been hot. Kemba Walker shoots a 3. Kemba Walker misses finally. Rebound by Bridges. Bridges, full head of steam. Back to ball. Back to Hayward. Hayward thought of the 3. He driving. Fournier there. Mitchell Robinson helped. Kelly Oubre goes for a 3. And he misses. Right for the rebound. Mitchell Robinson. Here comes Kemba Walker. Walker, full head of steam, blocked, and turnover. Last touch by Kemba Walker. So he tried to get aggressive and mishandle the ball. Gives it right back with 4:54 here in before halftime. Knicks are shooting 7 out of 16 from 3-point land. The Hornets 1 for 13. That's the big difference here. It's still a reachable game, 45-33 here. It's a 12-point game, and despite the 3-ball not falling for the Hornets right now, so you can't, the Knicks are playing a good perimeter defense though. If they keep up the good perimeter defense, I could see, they're not. It's a 48-minute game here. Here's Hayward going to inbound the ball finally to Ball. LaMelo brings the ball up. LaMelo alley-oop and misses. Rebound, Julius Randle comes crashing in. So Randle comes up with a rebound. Randle's having a good game filling out the other parts of the game. And here's Fournier back to that 2-man game. And Oubre defends and knocks the ball away from Randle. Here comes the Hornets, want to run. Here's Oubre comes in. Oubre with a Euro step. Blocked by RJ Barrett, but loose ball goes to Plumlee. 12 on the shot clock. Plumlee makes some spin moves on Robinson. Good defense by Mitchell. Here's Bridges, and good defense, and call a foul on Julius Randle. Julius Randle got him there. Just barely got him. So he'll bail him out with 5 on the shot clock. Bridges will go to the line here. Knicks up 45-33. Knicks defensive intensity much better. It says Noonie concept says Knox needs to start playing good. And it has passed time enough for D-Dude finally to find his game. Hey, I don't know if Knox is gonna get some burn here as he hits a play. Um, he barely don't get on the floor. I know when he does get on garbage time, he does do some good things. Only way is, and I hope not, it's of an injury. And here's Bridges hits both free throws here. So actually one of two, 45-34 here with 4:14 left in the half. I would like to see Knox because we could use that 3 and D who could shoot the D through shoot the long ball and guard. But and right now it's not fitting for him. Here's Mitchell Robinson in the paint deep, fouled, and he puts it up and almost went in there. So he'll go to the line for two. So Mitchell Robinson playing much better, asserting himself early part of this game here. Much better game from Mitchell Robinson in the last few games, subpar. So Mitchell Robinson becoming an impact. Barrett needs help. I agree. I agree. Barrett needs help. I agree with you on that there. Barrett also he needs to get some foul calls too when he goes to the paint. So Mitchell Robinson with 6 points tonight, and he here add to his total. He hits the first free throw. Knicks up 46-34 as Michael Jordan in attendance, sitting on with his team on the floor. Mitchell Robinson has another free throw coming up. And he hits a pair of free throws. Knicks up 47-34. And here's Hayward. Hayward with a floater, and he hits it. Hey, Gordon Hayward got deep in the paint with a floater. 47-36 with 3:40 left here before halftime. As Kemba Walker having a phenomenal game. For Kemba Walker is going to fire three, and he misses. And fight for the rebound ball. Kemba Walker might be a little bit tired to hit the front of the rim. No, showing a fatigue with his legs. But here's Mitchell Robinson blocking on Oubre. Oubre finally hits a three-pointer. Kelly Oubre hits a three. So 47-39 here. And here's Julius. Julius has Bridges, and he's going into the paint, and when he fires, and he misses. So the fadeaway misses, 47-39. Here's Kelly Oubre shooting a three, and Kelly Oubre misses. Wow, shot there. Here comes the Knicks. Here's Julius with a spin move, going to the cup, and he scores. Julius Randle. When that's what you need to do, my friend. Go to the take the ball to the paint. You got moves, you got strength. Knicks back up by 10 here. Here's Plumlee. Here's Ball. Got a little sloppy there. 16 on the shot clock, but he retrieves it. Ball driving. Ball stops on the dime. Bounce pass back to Bridges. Bridges, 7 on the shot clock. Bridges going to shoot a three. Bridges off the rim. Rebound, New York. Here comes Kemba. Kemba at the circle. Kemba spinning. Back to Julius. Julius wide open for three. Hits it. So give three-pointer, Julius Randle. Give Kemba an assist there. Knicks up 52-39. Here's Oubre. RJ Barrett, good positioning on Hayward, and they call a foul there. So they're showing that spin move. Three-pointer by they're showing the replay there. That good move by the Knicks. Are we going to a timeout? Looks like we're going into a timeout right now. So timeout, New York. As I see the tails of the tape, our good friend Lorraine Valerie versus Taylor Turner on the Bellator card. She'll be fighting, the ladies will be fighting in Bellator in their prelims. Hopefully after her victory, she'll come on the MMA program with us. The invite was set, so hopefully we'll be interviewing her if she wins tonight. Hopefully, keep fingers crossed. So timeout right now. The Knicks, right before halftime, keep this lead above double digits. The Hornets want to cut it before the halftime to single digits. So let's see if the Knicks can hold it and build on it. And right now, the Knicks are shooting 20 out of 44 with 45.5%. Hornets are 14 out of 41, 34.1. We'll get those stats at halftime. We'll leave that for halftime to bring up the stats. I enjoy giving the stats and the temperature of the game. So let's see. We're still in a timeout there. It'll be interesting to see. We know the after the Hornets, the Knicks plays Monday night against the Indiana Pacers. So they will have weekend off. No Knicks live watch along play by play. Doesn't mean that is no, and we don't stop doing the Knicks. We're not watching sports. There's MMA tomorrow. There's boxing. There's so many other different things going around. Bare knuckle boxing that we covered. Now the Bellator's going on right now. Actually, bare knuckle fighting is happening as we speak too. Good. So we go back to 52-39 here. Knick fans in attendance. So we have a lot of Knick fans in attendance. As it is, kudos to all you Knick fans. We all go out and support the team everywhere on the road. I could be attest to the first game of the road in Orlando. I was there live and in person. I loved it. It was so phenomenal to see us as Knick fans overtake the Knick chants there. It was the home game pretty much. First game. That was the first game of the season for Orlando, and we were out there in droves and in full force. And Hayward hits the first free throw, so he has another one coming up. And also in Philadelphia, we heard the Let's Go Knicks chants. So I'm pretty sure Charlotte will have that as well. And it says there they need a game just to pull the paint old school one guard. Yep. And Hayward misses the free throw. He goes 1 of 2 from the line. Knicks up by 12, 52-40 with under 2 minutes to play before halftime. The Knicks want to continue building this here, not allow this to Hornets to take it down to single digits. Here's RJ with 9 on the shot clock. He has Hayward on him. RJ putting some moves. RJ going strong. RJ with the floater. Misses. Rebound. Loose ball. Mitchell Robinson. Loose ball. Mitchell Robinson falls on the ground. He holds the ball. And did they grant him a timeout, or they're going to do a jump ball? So it looks like they granted him a timeout. So Mitchell Robinson holding on to that extra possession there. Timeout. So I wonder if it's a 20-second timeout. It looks like it might be a 20-second timeout because you can't save those taking into the next half. You get only one apiece or two, if I'm not mistaken. As I'm watching some of the Bellator fight on my other screen. So at the half, we're going to go to before the half there. Let's see. The Knicks have an extra possession here. Take some clock. Get into their offense. They score off of this timeout here. Will be interesting here to see if the Knicks could continue to build on it and keep it as a double-figure lead. So it is a full timeout. It's not a 20-second timeout, so it's a full timeout. As Thibodeau called write a play out to his team. So the story so far in the first half is the great play of Kemba Walker. He came out and asserted himself. Close to 19 points, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe 21. I'll double check in a minute. And Kemba Walker has been the story here. Julius Randle is filling the columns up nicely and rebounds and assists as well. So you like to see that there. So Knicks will have it. Side inbound here. Walker. Inbound to Julius. 10 on the shot clock. Julius spins, fires, and hits. Julius Randle with a long range fadeaway. 54-40 with a minute and 30 seconds here. 14-point lead here. Now the Knicks got to play defense, and Julius, and he was a little overzealous. They called him for a foul on Bridges, excuse me. So Miles Bridges will go to the line for some free throws. Last thing you want to do is stop the clock and allow them to score with the clock stop. Although we still got a second half to play there, but you want to be able for them to earn their points here. So he'll go to the line to shoot 2. And he hits the first free throw. Knicks up by 13. 54-41 with a minute and 24 here left in the half. Bridges has another free throw coming up, and he misses. Rebound, good boxing out there by Fournier. Stepped in front of the shooter, gathered the rebound here. A minute and 15. Julius He's going to shoot the three. Julius misses. Rebound, Mitchell Robinson almost put it back in there. Both guys crashed. Julius came. Oh, traveling call. They call it traveling call on Terry Rozier. The Knicks get the ball back there. He almost bumped into Ball, and Mitchell Robinson almost knocked the ball in there. And actually, the traveling was on Ball. He had the ball. Okay, so Knicks get the ball here with a minute and 5 seconds here. 54-41. Randle back to Fournier. Fournier thought about the three. Back to Randle. This thing got to stop between these two-man game to the corner because Randle needs to give it up, but Randle's going to go to long fadeaway and an air ball. And I mentioned it right before. He never takes a good shot when he plays this two-man passing. Here's the three-pointer. The Knicks, lucky they didn't got burned there, but Hayward gets the offensive rebound, puts it back. So usually they get hurt with the three ball, but Hayward was in the right place in the right time here. 54-34. 54-43, excuse me, with under 35 seconds here. Knicks need to score here. Keep it at 12 at the 10-point. Keep it at double figures. Kemba, 11 on the shot clock. Kemba drives. And he got hit with a foul there. So Kemba will go to the line for some free throws with 24.4 seconds here left before halftime. He got 2 free throws coming up. Kemba now it's 19 points, so he's trying to get his 21st point here. He'll shoot the free throw, and he misses. He has another free throw coming up. And Kemba Walker hits one of two. Knicks up 55-43, so the Knicks score over 50 points again. The only game that they didn't was last game. They were under 40 points, 45 if I'm mistaken, under 50 points. So they've been scoring most of their games over 50 plus points before the half. So the clock is shut off here. The final possession here's Bridges. Bridges doing some moves. Bridges going strong to the hole, and he got fouled and counted. So not a good play there. Bridges breaking down the defense. He has a chance for a 3-point play here. Knicks up 55, a 10-point game, and they're trying to cut it to single digits. So the last thing you wanted to see, the Hornets cut it to single digits here, and they have an opportunity here with a free throw. 10-point game right now with 3.3 left on before the halftime. And if they keep it at under 10, and their three ball is not falling for them, you could see that as a minor moral victory for the Hornets, and you're at home. So Bridges will shoot this free throw, and he hits it. So a 9-point game here. So they did manage to get that small goal of getting the game under double digits. As Kemba Walker inbounds to Julius, 3 on the shot clock. Kemba, turnover. Knicks getting sloppy, and there's a shot. Nope, don't count. So we'll go to the half there. Turnover there. That execution did not look pretty. So we'll go to halftime right now. Knicks up by 9. The Knicks up by 9. They play well. They shot well the 3. Kemba Walker, 20 points in the first half. He's the story, the main story. But the one thing that head scratcher is the 9 points. It's under single digit for the Knicks lead, and the Hornets are not shooting the 3 ball. And that's a minor concern, because if they start hitting the threes, it could change the momentum of the game, especially with the home court. Home fans want something to celebrate, to scream and yell and cheer their team on. They've been on the road for so long. They want some excitement, something to give their heroes in Charlotte. So we should keep an eye on that to see. And let's get the stats once just give me a few seconds so I can update the stats there. At the half, the Knicks scored 34 points in the first quarter, 21 points in the second quarter. They held the Hornets to 18 in the first quarter. They gave up 28 points in the second quarter. The Knicks are shooting 42.9% from the field, 21 out of 49%, holding the Hornets to 16 out of 44. That's 36.4%. The Knicks are shooting 8 out of 19 from three-point land. The Hornets are only shooting 2 for 17. Two. Only hit 2 out of 17. If those shots start falling, that this could be a different game, a closer game. Although the Knicks are not giving up the usual 3-pointers uncontested, they're rotating and they're moving and playing a better perimeter defense, in my opinion, in this game. The free throws are 5 out of 7 for 71.4% for the Knicks. Hornets are shooting 12 out of 16. The Hornets have been to the line 16 times. They're shooting 75%. The Knicks are totally out rebounding the Hornets 28 to 25. The Knicks have 12 assists to the Hornets 8. The blocks are even at 2 apiece. The Knicks have 3 steals, while the Hornets have 4. The turnover battle, Knicks committed 9 turnovers, Charlotte 7, and the Knicks have 9 offensive rebounds, while the Hornets have 7. The Knicks were leading this category, and they're being outscored in the paint 28 to 22. That we need to keep an eye on in the third quarter. Can't allow to have Charlotte continue dominating the paint. They need to continue to have the victory and scoring more points in the paint. In my opinion, if they want to pull out this victory, and if they continue, and that's one thing you saw that's successful in that first Milwaukee game on the road. They dominated the rebounding and the points in the paint. When the Knicks do that, those things they do well because that opens up the 3 ball. Especially coming out the second half, I think they need to reestablish the dominance in the paint, scoring in the paint, and being active and getting easier buckets. In my opinion, if they, especially coming in the third quarter, I think you'll break the Charlotte Hornets spirit. We'll give you the totals here of individual players. You got Kemba Walker with 20 points in 17 minutes. He had 2 rebounds, 4 assists. The next man up, high man for the New York Knicks, you have Burks with 8 points in 10 minutes with 4 rebounds, followed by Mitchell Robinson has 8 points with 4 rebounds in 14 minutes. Julius Randle having a really good game, in my opinion. 19 minutes, he's got 7 points, 4 assists, 5 rebounds. He's filling himself up in all the different columns, putting a little bit of something in there, which I like. Evan Fournier, 5 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist in 17 minutes. In the beginning of the first quarter, he was really okay. He was good. Hopefully, he gets better. He continues to be aggressive going forward. Then you have RJ Barrett in 14 minutes, only has 2 points and 3 rebounds. Hopefully, we can get Barrett going and ignite him in the second half. It will help the Knicks a great deal if he could get him ignited, get him going. You have Emmanuel Quickly, plays 7 minutes. He has a rebound and assist. He hasn't scored yet. Derrick Rose either. Derrick Rose is held with no score. He has a rebound and an assist in 7 minutes. Obi Toppin only played 5 minutes. He does have 3 points. He has an assist and 2 rebounds. And that's all who played for the New York Knicks in that first half. We'll give you the Charlotte Hornets half. You got they were led by Gordon Hayward with 13 points, 1 assist, 2 rebounds in 19 minutes. You had LaMelo Ball with 7 points, 3 assists, 7 rebounds. Mason Plumlee, 2 points, 7 rebounds, no assists, 16 minutes for Mason Plumlee. Bridges had 9 points, 2 assists, a rebound in 18 minutes. Terry Rozier had 8 points, 2 assists, 1 rebound in 3 rebounds in 14 minutes. Kelly Oubre had 3 points, 2 rebounds in 12 minutes. He had that open 3 he hit. Cody Martin came in the game for 9 minutes. He didn't record no score, no points, no rebounds. He played good defense. Nick Richards came in for 8 minutes. He gave 3 rebounds, 2 points. Jalen McDaniels played 6 minutes, 2 points and an assist, and that's the scoring for the Charlotte Hornets. For the Knicks, continue playing defense, continue rotating on the perimeter, continue contesting shots. The Hornets are not known for shooting well the 3 ball. They're more of a high percentage mid-range into the paint type of scoring team, and missing on some finishes. So they could score quickly in those kind of bunches and fast, and they want to be transition quick. Good thing the Knicks, kudos to the Knicks for getting back on transition as well. Now in the start of the third quarter, if you see that RJ or Julius, you go into the glass and not getting the calls, you cannot turn around and start arguing with the reps. You got to get back on transition because the Hornets will start running and gunning, and look for them to try to get have their transition game ignite their team going into that coming out of that halftime. So it'll be interesting to see the adjustments to see. Right now, the Knicks got a 9-point lead here. I, I just want to see them continue building. Will now the question is right now Rose is not in the scoring column. Neither is Quickly. Will Thibodeau shy away from trying to play the bench? You know, will he continue to wait until bring him in until usually brings them around the 2 minute, 3 minute mark in the third quarter. If the starters come out again a little lackluster, will he come? How quickly would he get to the bench? You've seen him today. Kudos to Thibodeau though. He rotated. He didn't do the wholesale changes. He had some of the second unit, some of the Rat Pack play with some of the starters. That it was interesting to see Julius in there with all the bench players, the second unit, except for Obi Toppin, and it was a little bit of a different look. And it was good to see that they were still passing the ball and they were still scoring aggressive, finding each other, and not having the ball stop with Julius Randle. To me, that was a big sign, a good telltale to hey, these guys, this is the way you're supposed to, this is the way I want you guys playing, and so forth like that. So it was interesting to see that. As I'm watching last night's game, Gobert and Miles Turner both got ejected. A little tussle there. No punches were thrown, but a lot of pushing and shoving. And as you see, Damian Mitchell trying to defend his teammate and being held back. English got thrown out, so there was a little. So that's a good little rivalry there between them. Even though Damian Mitchell got ejected. Huh? I didn't know that until now. Interesting to see that there. So we shall see the second half adjustments. As I'm watching the scores around the league, the Raptors beating the 76ers. Boy, the 76ers such a different team without Embiid, and now you have no Simmons. Wow, that's they've been reeling there. And Toronto, man, feisty team, feisty bunch, going out there and winning that game. And I'm watching highlights from the Clippers and Heat. Clippers and Heat. No Jimmy Butler playing, and Miami playing on from defense there on the road. I wonder if they pull this game out. I don't know who won. Yeah. Oh no, the Clippers won that game, 112 to 109. So Miami giving them the Clippers all they can handle. Hmm. And our old friend Lance Stevenson still got it. 26 points, 9 rebounds in an independent basketball league there. And he's showing that he's got moves. Lance Stevenson. I'm surprised he never got another opportunity with any NBA team. It was interesting. G League, actually. Excuse me. That's the G League affiliate with Taco Fall. So it was the Cleveland Cavaliers G League affiliate. And they're showing Taco Fall with 22 points and 12 rebounds. Taco Fall is a pretty decent player. But he's a little bit step slow there. And then you saw for the Orlando Magic, the Ignites, and Lakeland Magic's Iggy Barzakis, 31 points scored with 5 rebounds and 5 assists. Iggy is a good player for when it comes to G League, but once you put him on the pro and when he makes the NBA, it's just like I don't know. It's just like the game is just a bit too fast for him, and he dominates the G League. But when he comes to the pros, it's just like I don't know. He's like an enigma. He has the talent, but it's just for some reason it doesn't translate in the NBA. So they're showing us some of the highlights there. Let's see as the USC bout, Bellator bout, and see who won that one. That fight there. The ladies were fighting. Can't wait for to get this game going to call this second half here. Wow, it's a single digit game here, 9 point, but anyone's game, anyone can win this. Let's see. So salute to everyone in the chat. Let me ask you in the chat, do you think the Knicks should Thibodeau keep the bench on the come to them early if you see the starters struggling or stagnant? Should you think he should come quickly to the bench immediately or substitute some of the not all the players but some? You don't have to make wholesale change, but just get a spark in there. Alex Burks played phenomenal. You saw Burks was one of the first ones coming off the bench immediately. He came out there. He played really well with the starters. Maybe it's a sign to come. Maybe if Kemba, not tonight though, but if Kemba struggles, maybe you put a Burks in the starting, and so forth. Everyone was talking about maybe quickly be a starter because I personally want to see Derrick Rose stay where he's at as where he's at. He's very successful. That's where I think that role that fits him phenomenal as a six man in the second unit. I wouldn't want to don't he doesn't mean he can handle it. It's that I want to keep Derrick Rose under 25 minutes, 20 minutes to give me that kind of play that he gives us. It's valuable. So third quarter about to start. I can't wait to give it a call there as we get ready to rumble. Here, let's get this call going. Let's get this basketball game going. 55-46 at the half. As I'm checking out the Bellator, who's going to win this, as they're reading the scorecards with Turner and Loretta fight, and Loretta wins the fight. A friend of the program, so salute to Loretta. She wins the fight there. Now, hopefully, you come on with us. Hopefully you come on, Lorena. We want to talk to you. You're 4-1 in the Bellator fight, and I'll definitely be writing back and making sure you come on the program on the MMA fight. So salute to you winning that Bellator fight tonight, young lady. So at the half here, as the warm up start. So salute to everyone there at the game that are enjoying the festivities at the game. All our friends that are out there enjoying all the festivities, and definitely can't wait to call this game here, this basketball game going forward. Let me look around the league. Maybe I can give you some scores. Wow, just to see what's going on. And let's see, and as I get some scores, get that scoreboard up. Right now, Celtics up 40-37. That's in the second quarter. That's a good game there. Cavaliers all over the Pistons, 44-30, and that's in the second quarter. We also got the Nets and Pelicans. Boy, the Pelicans, man, wow. Wow. I mean, they're 1-11. No Zion Williamson, and they're in a second coach, and they're gonna have to stick with this coach. They fired Stan Van Gundy, and they brought this new coach. Wow, do you smell New Orleans rebuild? That smells like that's gonna happen soon. The Trailblazers visiting Houston. Houston just on its way. Houston's up 12-9, just on their way. Thunder Kings. The Kings up 11-9 in Oklahoma. The Grizzlies hosting the Suns. That's 17-12. That just started as well. And later, just in about a few more minutes, you got the Spurs and Mavericks, the Nuggets and Hawks. Boy, the Hawks. If you follow and listen to my podcast or myself speaking on different platforms, I said the Hawks were going to struggle this year. I told you they were going to struggle. I remember, and it's still early, but I tell you, I seen this film with Nate McMillan teams before. They come out inspired when he's an interim, they play a little well. Once he's still head coach, they always some reason fizzle out. So we started here. New Orleans comes. I mean, excuse me. Charlotte brings the ball, and Hayward goes immediately and gets fouled. So he'll have a go to the line for a 3-point play. So immediately, so they come out there. This is not what you want to see with the Knicks. This is a concern here. So has a chance for a 3-point play. 55-48 here. So ball feeding Hayward. Hayward on a cut, got a positioning over RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett got caught on a foul. Chance for a 3-point play, and Hayward hits it. So just like that, 55-49. It's a 6-point game right out the gate. Here's Kemba Walker. Back to Fournier. Fournier driving and turns the ball over. Here we go. Here's Hayward. Hayward now attacking the glass. Hayward scores. Just like that. It's a 4-point game. Charlotte comes out on a 4-0 run right now. This is not what you wanted to see here. Off the break, here's Kemba. Now Kemba bounce pass to Julius. Julius, lackadaisical, turns the ball over. Lackadaisical, not bad ball handling. This is story of the same time. Thibodeau, you gotta have to make a sub here. One player just to send a message again. Here's ball. Back to Hayward, the 3 ball, and that's usually goes in, but the Knicks are lucky. Short, how bad is Charlotte shooting the 3 there? Randle brings the ball to Mitchell Robinson. Good play by Mitchell Robinson and blocked at the rim there, and they call a foul. So that's a good smart play by Julius Randle. He had a cutting Mitchell Robinson to the hole, and he found them. That's a play that I see Mitchell Robinson and Julius Randle putting on their arsenal more often. That's not the first time. They go to that a lot, and Mitchell Robinson will be rewarded here. And Mitchell Robinson will go to the free throw line here. He misses the first one. So he's not, when the game is getting tight, you gotta hit your free throws. So he missed one. He has another free throw coming up. Knicks up by 4. Charlotte has come up and hit the first 4. I'm 4-0 run, excuse me. So here's Robinson. And he hits a free throw. So Knicks up by 5 again. 56-51 here. 10:56 out of the third. Just off the gate. Just started the third. Robinson with 9 points. 3 or 4 from the field. 3 or 4 from the free throw line. Here's Hayward. And good defense by Mitchell Robinson knocking the ball out of bounds as Bridges was cutting. They got in the passing lane. He knocks it out. 14 on the shot clock. LaMelo Ball will inbound the ball here. Over to Plumlee. 14 on the shot clock. Plumlee cuts to Hayward cutting, and he beats RJ Barrett again. So RJ Barrett will step slow on the defense and allow Hayward to get ahead of him on a cut. So here's Kemba shooting a 3. Misses, air ball. Here comes the Hornets feeling good here. Here's the ball. Here's the 3 from Rozier, and he hits it. And now this is where things get dicey. They hit the 3, their first 3, and it's a 3 to tie it. Terry Rozier. So we're all even at 56. This is not what you want to see coming out of the half. This is why we mentioned you give a team momentum when they cut it down to single digits, and Rozier, the 3 ball eventually is going to start falling here. They keep shooting. They're not going to be that putrid, and they hit it at the timely 3-point here to call a timeout by Tom Thibodeau. We're all even tied, 56 all. Not a good start here for the third quarter. And that was not. And I understand Kemba Walker has the hot hand tonight, but when he dribbled into two defenders to shoot that 3, no matter how hot you are, that's not a high percentage shot to begin with. I think you could have passed the ball more and I'm okay you taking the 3, but maybe you pass the ball more and get some guys rotating, and you might have had a better look at a 3-pointer. So, and he shot an air ball completely. So 56 even, 56 all even right now. That's a concern. Earlier it was closing out quarters. Now what's concerning now is the start of the third quarters coming out of the halftime. So timeout right now. Let's see. Hopefully they go on a run here. They go back on a run here, an 8-0 run here, and go up by 8 here before handing it over to the Rat Pack. They have to bring the same intensity they started the game with. Yeah, Mike, I agree with you, and that it's like you got to continue that same intensity and got to play smart. Offense. You can't try to shoot a 3 with 2 defenders on you. I understand you've been hot. Let me see you first. Maybe after 3, if you hit after 2 consecutive shots coming off the half, I could see that, but not. And then sloppy care with the ball. You get that's something we saw back in 2020, 2019 with Randle being careless with the basketball and taking your eye off the ball. Last year, everything was on point with. So we'll come back here. 10-20 here. Just started the third quarter. And Hornets quickly on a 10-1 run here. And they even the game up here. And the Knicks have 2 turnovers. The Knicks with 2 turnovers here to start the third quarter. They have to protect the ball and not turn the ball over. Mistake-free basketball. Here's Julius. Julius now in the paint, but he steps back, falling away, and misses. That's not a good shot. You had position in the paint, and you decided to jump back on a fall away. Not a good shot. Here's Rozier to Plumlee, and he misses and gets the offensive rebound. Hornets take the lead here. 58-56. The Hornets get the lead here. Here's Julius. Now here's all the ball moving behind the 3-point line. And now here comes Fournier. Fournier getting deep in the hole, passes to Kemba. Now 8 on the shot clock. Kemba drives, throws it up. He's going to go to the free throw line. So he drew a foul there on Hayward. (56-58) here. Kemba Walker has some free throws coming up. He hits on one. So 57-58. Knicks trail by 1 now. 9:37. Knicks were comfortably winning up most of the game until recently. 21 points for Kemba Walker. He has another free throw coming, and he ties it up. Well, all even at 58 apiece here with 9:37. As Ball brings the ball up. Bounce pass to Bridges. They wanted to feature Bridges drives, wanted to feature Hayward, but here's Plumlee. Skyhook, misses. Rebound Julius. Good defense by Mitchell Robinson. Here's Julius, guarded by a Ball. Back to Kemba. Now he picks up on a switch. Back to Fournier. 14 on the shot clock. Fournier drives. Kicks out to RJ. RJ wide open 3 and misses. Fight for the rebound. Loose ball. So Mitchell Robinson becoming a menace down in the paint. Picks up another foul on Gordon Hayward. So RJ Barrett's got to hit some threes. Got to hit some shots. RJ Barrett is ice cold tonight as well. This is the problem with RJ. We love him. He was been the best player so far, but lately he's been a little late. Last few games, a little inconsistent. Here's Randle inbound. Here's Kemba, 11 on the shot clock. Kemba Walker makes his move. Kemba Walker penetrates. Kemba Walker to the glass, scores. Kemba Walker goes to the hole there. 60-58. That's what you got to do. Score in the paint. Remember, that's one of my keys here. Here's Ball. Alley-oop. Oh, no, off the glass. So he got a bank shot. He floated off the glass, so 60 all there. Big shot there by Ball. Here's Kemba Walker. Into Mitchell Robinson. What a bullet pass, and they call a foul there. Another foul on Hayward. So Mitchell Robinson becoming a problem and cannot handle Mitchell Robinson. And good pass there by Kemba Walker. Rifle pass in there. So Kemba Walker putting on a show here. Inbound. Mitchell Robinson back to Fournier. Fournier off the curl. Thought about the 3, but Fournier. Oh, good strip there by Plumlee. Here comes a 3-on-1 for Charlotte. Terry Rozier scores. Charlotte back up by 2 there. Turnover led to a fast break opportunity for Charlotte. One of the rare fast breaks tonight for Charlotte. Here's Randle. Randle's going to shoot a 3, and he's nowhere near there. Now, if I'm Thibodeau, I'm thinking of bringing the unit in. A rat pack. Don't let this game out of hand. Here's Bridges. Has double team. Back to Bridges. Wide open for 3, and he hits it. RJ Barrett doubled, and they paid it. Now the 3 balls falling for Charlotte. They're up by 5 now. This is what I don't get, and I get frustrated here with this team. Here's Kemba. Back to Julius. Julius is on the wing there, left wing, and he tries to drive. He's got double team, triple team, and they lose the ball there. And Julius is going to have to put up a wild shot and misses. Forced shot there. Knicks trail by 5 here. And Knicks are playing again terribly in the third. Back to Hayward. Hayward back to Rozier with a wide open 3, and that goes in. So the 3 balls falling in. This is a repeat rinse again in timeout. They now Hornets up by 8, just like that. Knicks are up by. This is an 18-point swing here. Knicks came into the third leading by 9. Now they trail by 8, and now the three balls coming in there. Now that same rotation on the perimeter not there. Guys are not rotating. Guys are getting picked off. They're not fighting over the screens, and there it is. And the Knicks were up by 16. Absolutely, Hornets are killing us with the drive and kickback drive and ball movement. It's more the ball movement. So timeout there. So now, will stubborn Thibodeau stay with the starting unit again and wait until this league gets to 17 or 18 before he does that what he did last game? That's when this is, and I love Thibodeau, reigning coach of the year, but this is where his stubbornness sometimes hurt us. And you don't have to make wholesale changes, but you need to get some players on the bench. Fournier, Barrett, they're not playing well right now. Julius is starting to get a little bit on my nerves with the way he's mishandling the ball and his shot selection. Not smart shot selection from him. So there's a timeout right now. Let's see the adjustments to New York Knicks. Now they're gonna show they were feasting. That's why the Knicks need to drive and kick. Yeah, Kelvin. And I mentioned it. Mentioned when in the halftime what the Knicks need to do. The Knicks need to continue scoring in the paint. They need to score in the paint, and they continue to attack and get the high percentage shots. Not settle for the threes and not settle for those plays. Julius Randle, if you put your hands on the ball, you're gonna have him turn the ball over. For some reason this year's ball handling is a little bit subpar. So we'll wait for them to come out of the timeout there. I'll be totally transparent. I am a little concerned here right now. Now the home court, you got the home crowd involved now. They had a long road trip. As you see, a lot of New York Knicks fans in attendance. Let's see if they could propel the team tonight going forward. So right now, the Peanut scored 22-5 in this quarter. 22-5. So Barrett's still in the game. Fournier's still in the game. He's still with the starters. Stubborn. He is still completely stubborn. Barrett, here's Fournier for the three and misses. Loose ball rebound. Hornets are everywhere on the loose ball rebounds. Team rebounding. And here's Bridges another three, and that's off the mark. But offensive rebound to Hayward. Hayward blocked by Mitchell Robinson. Thought he was fouled there, but no call. Here's another Fournier miss. Good thing that Randle was right there. Here's Randle going to the glass. He scored. That's what Randle needs to do. That's exactly what Randle needs to do. Drive to the paint. You got the moves, the girth, the strength for that. Knicks trail by 6 here. Here's ball. Ball bounce. Ball's gonna shoot it up, and that's off the mark. Knicks come up with the rebound. Knicks got to continue playing their perimeter defense. They'll get back into this game. Hornets did not shoot well all game here. Here's Kemba on the stops on a dime air ball. So Kemba's starting to shoot flat. Here's Rozier. Rozier back to ball. 16 on the shot clock. Ball fakes a three, but passes it to Plumlee. Gets the ball back. Pass to Rozier. Rozier thought of the three. Rozier driving. Mitchell Robinson was there and off the ball. Oh, nice adjustment by Terry Rozier off the glass there. Gets the roll. Back up by 8 here. So good shot there by Rozier. Hit a tough shot because Mitchell Robinson with extended arms. The Knicks trail by 8 here. And once again, here's Randle. Randle driving. Randle feels contact. No call here. Randle misses, and New York gets the ball there. Mason Plumlee knocks it out of bounds there. And RJ Barrett, Julius Randle arguing to the refs. This is a tendency that he gets to do there. And the threes is okay as long as they're in rhythm. Right, right. Come on, let's go Knicks. So Knicks will have it. And Kemba's going to inbound the ball here. Almost had a 5-second violation there, but here's RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett, trying to throw the floater to Mitchell Robinson, but too strong. Mitchell Robinson way underneath there. A little sloppy here. Trailing by 8 here. Here's Rozier. Rozier good defense, but back to Rozier. 11 on shot clock. Rozier driving. Rozier passes to Plumlee. Plumlee makes it too easy. 10-point game. So now, and it's still no one. Now Cobb Gibson gets up off the bench. And Kemba back to RJ. RJ back to Kemba. Kemba drive. Kemba goes and scores. Kemba Walker. And the problem isn't the center. It's not Mitchell Robinson. The problem is coming from your shooting guard and your small forward not scoring, not Gibson. Man, Mitchell Robinson's playing pretty good there. Here's Hayward. Hayward back to Bridges. Bridges hits a three. Now the three ball's falling in for the. They're confident. They're a confident bunch here. They're driving, kicking back out, and they're hitting threes. Now it's a 75-64 game here. Here's Kemba. Unbelievable. Here's Randle back to Fournier. Fournier back to that left corner. Back to isolation. Randle. Randle, long cross-court pass. Here's RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett, a lot of contact. No call there. So once again, he gets mauled going to the basket. No call. Here comes the Charlotte Hornets with a transition three. Watch. Here it comes. No, off the mark. Rebound by New York. Usually those hit the Knicks hard. Those transition plays. Here's Kemba. Kemba, turnover, but right to Randle. Randle is going to go for a three, and he misses it. He had a chance to drive to the basket. He decided he wants to play three ball. Here comes Charlotte. Bounce pass. Good defense by New York here. Here comes RJ Barrett. And the Knicks have an opportunity here. Charlotte plays sloppy, but they got to play very smart, selective on offense. And here's the Knicks. Mitchell Robinson, loose ball, gets the rebound, scores. So finally, clean up the folly. 66-75. Charlotte will call a timeout here. So he saw a little bit of sloppy play. So Charlotte calls a timeout just to regroup his team there. Knicks trail after leading. Now Hornets up 75-66. Not a good showing here in the third quarter. Timeout Charlotte. Unbelievable, this third quarter. I can't believe I'm watching this again. That's the only thing I'm puzzled. I'm watching that starting unit again cough up a really good lead here. As they're in a timeout right now, they're showing me the insights of the stadium, the crowd. This team is playing, the starting unit, third quarter is playing like a joke, A to Z. I don't think they're a joke. They're playing like a joke. They need to get their intensity level up because you can't always have the Rat Pack come in and bail them out. So once we get back from the timeout, we'll get the play-by-play going. I'm a little bit frustrated with them. Derrick Rose is in the game. What we see tonight, Rose and Kemba for some time on the court. It'll be awfully small here, but Rose is in the game. 3-minute mark. Like I told you, Thibodeau's stubborn. 3-minute mark, he's going to make some changes. Burks and Rose in the game. He did get out. He get RJ out of there, and Kemba's taking a breather. And here's a nice hook shot there by Bridges. Bridges is feeling it right now. See, you let this team get some hope, get some inspiration, and now they're taking advantage here. Okay, no problem, Mr. Wilder. So Mr. Wilder on location in his son's game. And here's Julius. Julius, isolation. Here's backing in. Back to Gibson. Gibson's going to put up a shot. Misses. Not a good angle for Todd Gibson. And he misses there. 66-77. Here's nice play here. Misses. Rebound New York. Fortunate there. So Knicks trail here. Ooh, Randle threw that a bullet, but Fournier kept it alive there. Double on Fournier. Fournier wide open for three. Fournier misses. This shot's got to go in there. And Gibson gets a loose ball foul. If I'm New York, I will definitely substitute your shooting guard right now. Get Fournier out of there. Bring it quickly. He's not hitting the shots right now. He's being, you need offense. You need offense here. As I speak quickly, and Obi Toppin comes up. Randle sits down frustrated. Todd Gibson hits the first free throw. So Knicks trail by 10, 67-77. And they started this game, they started this half up by 9. Now they trail by 10 with 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Having another disastrous third quarter. And you're right, Kelvin. Thibodeau needs to lengthen his rotation a bit. I agree with you. And Timpson misses. So Knicks missing some free throws here. And, a third quarter of doom is starting to rear his ugly head again for the New York Knicks, unfortunately. But he got 2 minutes here to try to cut it to a single-digit game, and Bridges misses a three. Good box out by the Knicks. So can the Knicks turn around and cut this to single digits before the fourth quarter? Rose back to Burks. Burks shaking and baking. Burks back to Rose. 13 on the shot clock. Rose rises. Rose hits. Three-pointer. Derrick Rose. So now it's a 7-point lead. Here comes the Rat Pack. Kelly Oubre with the ball. Kelly Oubre. And passes it to Miles Bridges. Bridges. Back to Rozier. Rozier back to the center. The center, I didn't got his name, but he was fouled. I'll get his name in a minute. So he'll go to the line. Good foul by Taj Gibson there. Going to have to earn it on the stripe. Knicks trail by 7 here, 70-77. It's a free throw. Up by 8 now with another free throw coming up. The Knicks want to keep this. Ish Smith actually getting some playing time, getting off the bench there for Bridges. Bridges will have a seat there. So Ish Smith is going to play for the last minute and 13 seconds. Let's see if he'll come back out in the fourth. And Richards misses for 1 or 2 from the line. So Knicks down by 8 here with just a minute and 5 seconds here in the third quarter left in the third. Knicks going to try to cut this here quickly. Dribbling quickly, thought of the three. Obi Toppin. And he was called for traveling. So turnover. New York turns the ball over there. 70-78. Thibodeau upset. Hey, you got to be careful with, you can't get on Obi Toppin too much when Julius Randle's playing like dog doodle. 70-78 here. And here's Richardson. Richardson misses the ball. Turnover. Oh, last touch by Gibson. Although it looked like it just went out of his hands there, but they'll retain it with 8 on the shot clock. Knicks trail by 8 here with 40.7, 8 on the shot clock. Charlotte will inbound the ball here. Rozier, curl play from the 3, and he misses it. Rebound, and Richardson comes in and scores. So now they're doing all the small things. A 10-point lead here. And here's quickly. 3-pointer. Quickly with the 3. Cut it to 7. 33.4. So Knicks did a 2-for-1 there. The Knicks 30. There'll be a 10-second differential from game clock to shot clock. Trailing by 7. Now the Knicks defense needs to come alive here. Stop this possession. Here's Ish Smith. Bounce pass. 15 on the shot clock. And it shoots, misses, rebound quickly. Knicks got a shot has the last possession here. They're trailing by 7. Quickly calling for a play here. Quickly, 3 on the shot, and Quickly's going to shoot the 3. Emmanuel Quickly hits the 3-pointer. The Knicks cut it down to 4. And we'll go to the fourth quarter. The Rat Pack has come alive. Once again, they're trying to bail out these lackluster starters for coming out here and squandering a 9-point lead. Where would this team be without this bench? And they are keeping this game alive here. We go to the fourth. The Knicks trail by 4, 80-76 here. Wow, so that nightmare third quarter has come to a completion. Wow, the Knicks only scored 31 points in that quarter. 21 points, and they allowed 34 points. I'll give you the stats there. The Knicks are shooting now 40% from the field, 28 out of 70. Hornets increased to 30 out of 69. That's 43.5%. The New York Knicks are shooting 11 out of 28 from three-point land, and 6 out of 25 for Charlotte. Although they started hitting them timely in the third quarter there. The Knicks are shooting 9 out of 12, 69.2% from the field throw line. Charlotte are shooting 14 out of 19, 73.7. The Knicks rebounds are totally even at 38 apiece. The Knicks have 12 assists. Charlotte with 18 assists. The Knicks with 4 blocks. Charlotte with 2. The Charlotte Hornets have 7 steals to the Knicks 4. The Knicks have 14 turnovers to the Charlotte 8. They both have 10 offensive rebounds. So that's the story of the game. A little bit close there. Knicks trail by 4 here. The 3 ball is starting to hit and fall for the Hornets. Let's see if the Knicks could continue that sharp perimeter defense with the second unit. The starters need to come up and play that 3 ball much better. Although a lot of them, Rozier, that's what you get with Rozier. He just a chuckler that just shoots 3-pointer wildly and gets a shot off. But you can't let Bridges get comfortable to shoot the 3 either. So in the first half they stunk from 3-point land. So hopefully they continue to play better defense, perimeter defense going forward. So 80-76. We'll start the fourth quarter. Knicks will have possession here to start the fourth. So Emmanuel quickly, man, the 3 ball coming in there. Quickly, back-to-back 3, saving their butts right now, for now, keeping them in this game. So IQ could he come to the rescue here? Emmanuel quickly he's 2 for 3 from 3-point land with 6 points here. He has the ball here. Back to Burks. Burks can get hot in the fourth quarter, guarded by Oubre. Burks curl 3, and he misses. He had a good look there. Taj Gibson with a nice screen there. So Knicks missed on that shot by Burks. Trailing by 4 here, start of the fourth. The Knicks second unit is pretty, turnover, and Gibson. Wow, good save there. Gibson giving up his body to Burks. And transition, and Burks going to hold it as quickly comes back. Stolen by Charlotte. Charlotte has a fast break, and here's an opportunity, and they misses the layup. And last touch by Charlotte, I think. Yes, indeed. So Knicks played good defense there. They were fortunate they didn't score on that fast break by Martin. Cody Martin played really well. That pass lane on quickly. He had an opportunity, missed the layup, but they retained it with 14 on the shot clock. And ball's going to inbounce to Plumlee. Plumlee spins. Plumlee goes. And good defense by Taj Gibson. And they still retains. Charlotte retains the ball with 6 on the shot clock. So Gibson playing some good defense there. Plumlee had him beat, but Gibson had good hands to swipe the ball out of bounds. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Charlotte retains. He bounced past to Oubre. Oubre turns the ball. No, Oubre. Rivers took it away from Kelly Oubre. So Oubre with the turnover. Here's Burks. Burks drives. Burks to the bucket, and he scores. They went back to the paint. Now it's a 2-point game, 78-80. The Rat Pack going to the paint. Here's the Knicks playing good defense. Kelly Oubre back here, back to ball. They'll reset it here. McDaniel, and here drives, turns. Gibson all over there. Oubre's going to shoot a 3. Kelly Oubre misses and makes the rebound and loose ball foul. Plumlee asserted himself. He had Rose and Burks on him, so they got a loose ball foul there. So you see the team rotating and playing defense. This is what the starters are not doing. They're not rotating with their men. They're leaving men behind. 3-point balls are going in. They inbound the ball here to Ball. He passes. Here's a 3-pointer, wide open. Nice shot there. Good in rhythm. That's a good assist. Give that man an assist to ball. And here's a 3-pointer. So here's a swing play. They're up by 5 here. Quickly gets the ball quickly. Keeps his dribble. Back to Burks. And offensive foul here. Well, he was stepped out of bounds. So no, it's on Gibson. So offensive foul of Taj Gibson. So now the refs are calling a little bit ticky-tack. Gibson put a little extra mustard on that screen to Martin. So 10:09 here, 83-78. Knicks trail by 5. Actually, a technical foul was given. So technical foul. Derrick Rose will go to the line. He hits a free throw, so it's a 4-point game here. So technical foul on Cody. Cody Martin. Yes, Cody Martin. So he didn't like that screen that was set by Gibson. Get up. Oh, you want to see this here? The wall. here's Paul. Paul on a dime. Shoots. Off the mark. Rebound Burks up high. Here's Alec Burks. Alley-oop to Obi Toppin, but good positioning there. Good, well defended. And here's Hornets wanted to run on transition. Got a little sloppy there. Back to Ball. Ball thought about shooting the 3. He keeps his ball inside to Mason Plumlee. Here's a bounce pass. Good defense by Obi Toppin. Back to Alonzo to LaMelo Ball with 7 on the shot clock. Back. Here's the 3-pointer. Hayward. Hayward thought about it. Hayward makes his move. Ooh, there was a push there. No call. And then puts it up. Obi Toppin with 1-hand rebound. Passes it to Rose. That was a dangerous outlet there. Rose to quickly. He's going to shoot the 3. Quickly. Hits it. 3-pointer. Emmanuel quickly with the 3-pointer. Knicks trail by 1. 82-83. The Rat Pack coming back there. The Rat Pack doing his thing there. Absolutely. Down by 1. Timeout, Charlotte. Here comes the second unit again. You gotta love it here. And that, like he says, smash that like button. Absolutely. Let's get the smash on those like buttons. S&D, timeout. So Knicks trail 83-82 here. It'll be interesting to see when he brings back the starters what we're going to get from them. Because sooner or later, they need to come back and they need to show us that they learned their lesson. It'll be interesting to see if this starting unit will come back and how they'll play. IQ is balling. Absolutely, Gideon. IQ is balling. IQ is balling tonight. So Tommy hoops from Emmanuel Quickly. Emmanuel Quickly has 9 points right here in 12 minutes with an assist and 2 rebounds. So you see that second unit is confident. They're playing well. They're playing, they're trusting one another, and you got to like it. Yes, indeed. So we'll time out Charlotte. Let's see, man. Let's see. Hopefully the starters get it 2 nights in a row that they're being outshined, and they'll come in here in the house of fire and close out this game, and the Knicks can win this game going away on a nice run. It will be lovely to see a 18-4 run right now. Between the second unit and the starters. I would love to see that. That'd be phenomenal. And just close this game out. Intensive defense, swiping the ball, playing defense, passing lanes, getting in the lane, boxing out, and creating tough shots for the Hornets. That kind of deal, close out the game like that on an 18-4 run I would love to see that tonight. The team is capable of doing it, yes, because we've seen it not only last year, but some spurts here as well. So this team could. We'd love to see it if they have it in them tonight. So the Knicks fans on their feet in Charlotte, they're feeling it. A lot of Knicks fans there in attendance. Yep, if you hear any noise, it's just the D Rose and the Rack Pack crawling back. It's Knicks night. Oh, what a night. Here it comes. Here's ball. And wide open. Nah, we found the shooter, but they missed that one. Knicks were fortunate there. Here's the fast break to Obi. Done. Obi uses the force. Knicks take the lead. He dunks it in there. Alex Burks, give that man an assist. Knicks up 84-83 here. So here comes the Knicks. Kelly Oubre back to Hayward. Hayward got Burks on him. 11 on the shot clock. Hayward. Oubre is going to shoot the three. Kelly Oubre hits a three-pointer. Kelly Oubre. Delight to some of the Knicks fans that wanted him on there. So Kelly Oubre hits a three-pointer. Up by 2 here. 86-84. Here's Rose. Rose back to Quickly. Quickly has a mismatch with Plumlee. So he's going to Burks going to shoot a three. Alex Burks answered back with a three-pointer. Just like that, Knicks up by 1. So back and forth right now comes the Brat Pack and the Charlotte Hornets. They're playing against their starters. Ooh, Hayward with a shoulder. Not called there. Burks playing him like a cheap suit. And here's Plumlee. Here's a nice play there and good defense, but they'll call a foul on Obi Toppin. Obi Toppin giving another thumbnail for the program with that dunk. And you see Alex Burks with that corner three there. So Knicks up by 1. Free throws coming up here for Charlotte. And he misses the first one. McDaniels had an open 3-2. A good passing by LaMelo Ball. And he missed that 3. He missed his free throw here. Has another one coming up, though, to try to tie the game up. And you can see the difference with the point guard, the way they pass that ball. And he misses both free throws. Knicks maintain the 1-point lead here. So we had 3 ties in the game. Frank, what's going on? Thank you, Frank. I appreciate it. Ooh, turnover. Oh, no. Derrick Rose, ball. Ball's going in. Ball misses. Rebound, Obi Toppin. Good defense by Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose is pushing it. Knicks have numbers. Here's quickly for a transition 3. Off the mark. Rebound. Gibson. Gibson back to Burks. Burks misses it. And, oh, man, Knicks had opportunities there. So here comes Bridges. Bridges is back in the game. Back to Kelly Oubre. Kelly Oubre shoots the 3. Kelly Oubre hits a three-pointer. So just like that, they're up by 2, and he's gloating. So Kelly Oubre is gloating here, 89-87. He's saluting his man out there in the crowd that came to see him. And bounce pass to Gibson. 11 on the shot clock. Here's Rose. Rose in the paint. Rose shoots it, and he gets the friendly bounce. Derrick Rose. We're all even at 89. With 6:45 left in the game. Here's the ball, bringing the game ball up. Passes it to Bridges. Bridges thought about the 3. Swing pass to Kelly Oubre. Kelly Oubre misses the air ball, but loose ball picked up by the Knicks there, and a loose ball foul on Kelly Oubre. So 89 all. Obi got the cheese. Thank you, Frank. I appreciate it. And you got Kelvin. Obi got the cheese. So 89 all here with 6:35. How much longer will he stick with the second unit here? Here's Rose. As Rose is calling a play. Quickly, Rose are calling a play. Screen by Gibson. Rose thought about rising back to, and Rose still has the ball. Rose saw a mismatch, but Rose is driving. Rose is going up the glass. Obi Toppin almost knocked it in. Obi Toppin with another loose ball. He got knocked on his rear end, but they don't know whose ball, who to call it. And it looks like it's going to be Knicks possession. So Obi Toppin fighting down below in the paint. So yeah, last touch by Miles Bridges. So it should be Knicks ball. And Rose will inbound it with new shot clock, 14. Gibson, back to Rose. Rose keeps his dribble. Rose going to the paint. Rose is going for floater, and he hits it. Derrick Rose gives the Knicks the lead. Knicks up 91-89. So Derrick Rose come alive in the second half of the game here. So actually, the chance of defense in Charlotte are being rendered. Here's Hayward, and he gets the friendly bounce there. We're all even at 91 apiece there. So good rims. Here's Rose bringing the ball up. Back to Obi. Ooh, blocked by Bridges. Obi had his shot blocked. Here's Rozier, thought about a three. He's going strong. Rose with the no call, a lot of contact. But here's Burks. Back to Obi. Obi tapping with the dunk. He uses the force. Knicks up by 2. Yes, indeed. Obi. 5:15 here. Yes, indeed. Obi Toppin. Good transition basketball there. So Obi Toppin with the windmill dunk. Oh, baby. 93-91. The Rat Pack. Here's Ball going to shoot the three, and that's off the mark. Rebound, Taj Gibson. Ooh, Rose just had a little issue there, but he's okay. Back to Quickly, 16 on the shot clock. Emmanuel Quickly, surveilling. Emmanuel Quickly keeping a dribble. Taj with a pick. Oh, man, trying to go to Taj there, but a loose ball foul there. So Knicks will retain it. Yep, that's why we need to speed up the pace. I agree with you. And absolutely. And they showing that phenomenal dunk by Obadiah Toppin. Obi-Wan using the force. Obi-Wan Kenobi. So 4:47 left in the game. Knicks up 93-91. For those who are tuning in late here. Knicks possession here. They get a new shot clock. 14 on the shot clock. They'll side inbounds. Burks into Kemba Walker's inserted in the game, giving Derrick Rose a good breather. Walker's having a phenomenal game. Walker back to Quickly. Quickly's going to shoot the three, and Quickly off the rim. Rebound, Obi Toppin. Here's Burks. Passes back to Walker. Walker has it. Walker goes to the hole. Walker shoots and misses. Oh, Walker just came up short there. Here's Bridges, and Bridges trying to do the same dunk to answer back to Obi Toppin. So 93 all here. Here's Burks. Alex Burks puts it up, misses. Reed Bruce Wall. Charlotte has it with just past the 4-minute mark. So all leaving at 93 here. And the nail biter in Charlotte. Ball. Hayward has Burks all over him. 10 on the shot clock. Hayward got fouled there. So I don't know if the Knicks are going. He was making a move to the basket, so I think free throws are coming up. No, they're not in the penalty. Randle's returning back in the game. Let's see this. Let's see the impact Randle's going to have here. Although I agree with the move. You got to bring your best player in the game. But let's see if he brings it now. Ball. Over the three. Bridges passes the three. Randle there. Passes to Kelly Oubre with a three. Kelly Oubre hits a three-pointer. Big three-pointer by Kelly Oubre. So 96-93. So Hornets up by 3 here. Here's Kemba. 11 on shot clock. Oubre fouls him. Silly foul by Kelly Oubre. So that's a sign of a little bit of fatigue as he kisses the. Come on, dude. That's just the second three you hit for you to be gloating here. The game is even. 3:18 here. And Burks inbounds to Kemba Walker here with 3:15 left here. Here's Randle, offensive foul. Oh. Here comes the ref injecting themselves with their phantom calls. Down by 3 here. Hopefully this is not a swing play here. Knicks are trying to cut this to 3. Let's see. Randle got. It was a moving screen. It was a moving screen. Good call there. He kept moving. He kept moving. You gotta stay planted. You can't move with the screener. So good call there by the refs. I'll take that back. The criticism. Here's ball. Hayward and got fortunate that he got the ball back there. 13 on the shot clock. Ball trying to find Rozier. Rozier thought about the 3. Rozier driving. Good job by quickly to get back there. Didn't get caught. 5 on the shot clock. Ball back to Rozier. Rozier's going to have to put it up, and he puts it up, and he misses. RJ bailed out and left him open to go rotate to Oubre. Knicks were fortunate there. Here's Randle. Randle, go to the ball. Go to the rim. You had Oubre in the rim. Why are you afraid of Oubre? Here's Kemba. My God, that's a bad possession there. 93-96 there. Oh, man, you were right at the rim, and you decided to pass it out. There was no time for the 3. You don't need the 3 right there. Here's Bridges. Bridges spins. Bridges going to score easily. Thank you, Julius. Thank you. Down by 5. I mean, I am right now, like, if you notice, I'm really frustrated with Julius Randle. This is, ridiculous. You drove to the basket. You got the best moves on post-game moves, and you decided to spin and spin. You got to the basket, and then you decided to pass it out for the 3 ball. And then on defense, you allow Bridges to score. I'm like, my goodness. Timeout. Timeout right now. Wow. That's right. What's going on? We'll see. We'll see. This is the right call. You have your starting lineup. They're the starters for a reason. And if they can close out a game for you with a tie in a tie situation or one possession game, and they're gonna give up the lead and have it balloon to 2 or 3 possessions, there's a problem going on in New York with your starting lineup if they lose this. Back Derrick Rose on the court. Yeah, I agree with you, AG. I agree with you, man. They need Derrick Rose back on the court. We need him back on the court. You saw that. You could go as far as saying bring him. You got to play. You're gonna have to. You could actually play a small ball lineup. Obi Toppin, Julius Randle, as well as quickly Rose. And RJ Barrett. Or you could actually sit RJ and have Burks. It's got something on those lines. You have to play small ball, in my opinion. And you have to defend the 3-point line. If they do that, they'll be fine. I think they could still plenty of time here. Plenty of time here for them to pull this game out. Then they come back from the timeout. Let's see. Let's see if who comes back on the court here. Kemba Walker had it early going. The New York bench had it going here and started the 4th quarter. And now we inserted a couple of the starters in, and back and forth seesaw battle right now. And they show the beautiful city of Charlotte. And Randle's still in the game. Kemba's still in the game. Burks is in the game. We'll see who else is on the floor here. It looks like Gibson's still in the game. No Mitchell Robinson. Got Walker, Barrett. It looks like there's, I think, quickly. So Randle's playing the 5 here. Here's Burks. Burks driving. Burks going to the hole and scores. That's what they need to. That's what Julius Randle needs to be doing. Taking the ball to the basket, and there's no rim protector. The score is 98-95 here with a minute and 50 seconds left in the game. Knicks trail by 3. Now they have to come up on defense here. Here's Ball. Walker all over him. 8 on the shot clock. Ball is trying to call for a screen. Ball passes to Bridges. Bridges drives. Bridges goes, scoops up, and he scores, and a foul. So that might seal it. And Bridges showboats were doing push-ups. So that might seal it. Bridges has eaten Julius Randle's lunch tonight. And then they're up by 5, a chance to go for a 3-point play to make it a 6. Although Bridges picked their Kemba pretty hard, but he sold that foul there, in my opinion. So he'll go to the line for a 3-point play here. 95-100. And he hits it. 6-point game. 101-95. With a minute and 30. Plenty of time still here. But the Knicks cannot stand around trading baskets. And they cannot be playing isolation ball. They need to move the ball and get the good shot there. RJ Barrett spins. Here's Quickly for a 3. Quickly misses, rebound, position, and now New York will retain it with a minute and 15 here. They get a new shot clock. 101-95, down by 6. Quickly had a good look there. Maybe a little fatigue on Quickly because he's been playing most of the fourth quarter. Kemba's going to inbound the ball. Back to RJ, almost stolen, and Ball comes up with it. And Ball comes up, and here's the play, and that would do it. That should seal it. 103-95, in my opinion. There's still time left, but I see stagnant. I see a lot of stagnant. I see a lot of the same thing from the starters again. Here's Julius. Julius going to the hole now. He misses, and he got fouled. So Julius, with a minute, decides he's going to go. Bridges says to review it. And we get another review here. So good hands by Ball. Kemba, guys are not coming to the ball lackadaisical. They're very lackadaisical, if you ask me, when they start a unit. I don't like it when I see, so no, they're gonna not challenge it. Although if I was the coach, I would have challenged it. You got nothing to lose. You can't take that challenge with you home. The worst they're gonna say, no basket. The call still stands. But Julius shoots a free throw. He misses it. So you need to score with the clock shot. So what could go worse is going worse for that man right now. 95-103. 9 points for Julius Randle, 5 assists, 4 for 15 from the field, and he misses both free throws. What a night for Julius Randle. Terrible, terrible, terrible night. And here's Kelly Oubre back to, stolen by Kemba Walker. So Knicks still fighting here. Knicks going to have to score here quickly. Here's Julius, and he got fouled, so he'll go back to the free throw line with 46.2, 95-103. What's up, Alex? I hope you're doing well, Alex Coquito. I hope you're doing really good. Congratulations getting to the 800 subscriber mark, Alex. We're going to still get you to that 1,000 subscriber mark. We'll continue promoting your program, Alex. So definitely congratulations on that 800 subscriber mark. We'll get you that at 1,000, my friend. And thank you for supporting the program. So, and A to Z, we can't score 100 against the worst team in defensively in the NBA. Yeah, that's a good assessment there, A to Z. 95-103. So Julius continues to struggle. He misses that free throw. Unbelievable. And he goes another one. And he gets one finally. 96-103. With 45 seconds, Knicks got to play their defense intensity. And when you have a good point guard that can pass the ball to Kelly Oubre misses a wild shot, wild air ball. So he forgot to throw a kiss to the fans that came to see you. RJ Barrett out of bounds. So last time he hit a shot and he threw a kiss. And now the referees don't know what the hell they're calling here. I think it's bad coaching. You think it's bad coaching? 28.4 seconds here. The Knicks looks like I don't see the Knicks prevailing here. Unfortunately, I think this is going to be a defeat tonight. I don't see it. They have a lot to. There's going to be a lot to talk about here if they don't come back and win this. It doesn't look good. It's 103 to 96 with 29 seconds, 29.4 to be exact. So there's a timeout on the floor. I guess they're going to review it. So right now, the crowd, everyone. How long before Julius Randle? The word of last year is a fluke is going to be coming out. Yeah, I said it. I'll be the first one. I think it was a fluke last year. I'm personally, I know I'm like, yeah, it's like Julius is not being productive on the floor right now. He's not fitting with the starting unit for some reason. It's not clicking. And the answer is not playing the young guys either because then we'll be a lottery team. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. We'll be a total. Why did Julius push RJ Barrett in the back? And I saw that replay. I saw him. So we'll see what the call is on the floor here. They're reviewing it. I think they're gonna say it's a jump ball because I don't think they have enough evidence to make a definitive answer here. So watch it be a jump ball again situation. Hmm. So here's the referee's call. Charlotte's ball. They overturned the call. Wow. Wow. So it gets worse. It gets worse right now, folks. Charlotte's ball with 31.9. The Knicks trail 103 to 96 here. So the starters, all they have to do is go home tonight. As soon as this game is over, stand in front of a mirror. All five starting unit players, except for Kemba Walker, will give the pass to Kemba Walker tonight. Four out of the five starting unit. Mitchell Robinson did play a better game in the first half, not impactful in the second half at all. Then heavy Gibson minutes, but they all need to stand in front of a mirror and they need to look at it themselves in the mirror. Four-fifths of the starting unit, and they're the reason why the Knicks got this L tonight. They're a big reason, along with stand in front of the mirror there. You can, and if you're Thibodeau, you can't play the second unit any more minutes than there is. You're gonna expend Derrick Rose's minutes. He's gonna be worn out. You see, after 24 minutes, 22 to 24 minutes, after anything more than that, he runs out of gas, and you lose him for a few games. Although the Knicks can have two nights off, then they'll have Friday and Sunday off. Excuse me, Saturday and Sunday off. Back on Monday night. Let's see. There's going to be a lot of talking, a lot of content created to talk about, a lot of issues. The defense has been big letdown so far this year. Yeah, they're really a big disappointment, Frank. Your statement has been on the money, on perfectly well said, especially in the starting unit. The starting unit is missing that defensive intensity. We have Bullock, and you had Alfred Payne. As much as that's why they say you never know what you got until you lose it. I'm not saying Alfred Payton was a world beater either, but losing Alfred Payton and Reggie Bullock, yes, I know we sucked offensively and they couldn't create their own shots, and we got more offensive talent, but if we wanted to see an upgrade on that in those positions. We got it, and this is the result of it. We need defense, absolutely. We got accustomed and spoiled by last year's intensive defense team. So they're inbound the ball here. The Knicks trap back to Ball. Ball got fouled now, so now it'll be free throw game. So it'll be a free throw contest going forward here with 27.6 seconds. The Knicks trail 103 to 96. After scoring 55 points in the halftime, they come out and they do not get to 100 against a really bad defensive team in Charlotte. Charlotte was not hitting the three ball at all. They were what, one for 17 in the first half. And the Knicks only had a 9-point lead. Remember I mentioned that Charlotte, if they get this to a single digit lead, deficit going into halftime, that's like a victory for them, and they did. They had it a single digit, and you saw the third quarter. The Knicks, it was a momentum swing. The Hornets scored 10. They went on a 10-1 run to tie the game, and from there on they took it over. The second unit, the Rat Pack came in and did their thing. They battled. They made this game respectable and close. But once again, the execution down the fourth quarter is coming back to bite them as Kemba Walker got blocked by the backboard. That's the kind of night the Knicks have, and they'll just roll out the clock here. Let them just cut out the clock. The Knicks would lose 104 to 96, and the Knicks 2-game losing streak now. So this is what you don't want. They get a 2-game losing streak here on the road. Now they go home to play the Indiana Pacers as they show Michael Jordan looking down. So a lot of questions here. A lot of questions. Where did the Knicks turn here? This is a trend that we're starting to see. Although they got better play from the point guard tonight. They got a really good play from the point guard, both ends. But once again, there's nothing from the shooting guard and Evan Fournier. Nothing. Julius Randle was a negative again on the floor, a net negative with plus minus. You saw Fournier and RJ Barrett again. Not really playing well either. Something I don't know if it's not meshing. What's the case there? You don't want to take your starters, your bench, and put them in the starting unit. You disrupt that chemistry. I don't know where the Knicks turn here. I think personally, I think you just play less minutes. Thank you, Kelvin. I appreciate it. Thank you so much with that. Let me give you the stats before we say goodnight. A little bit of disappointing in my voice. I thought they were going to win this game in the Hornets, but here's the stats. The New York Knicks finished shooting 39.1% from the field, 36 out of 93. The Hornets shot 39 of 90 with 43.3. They were 10 for 36 from three-point land. That was 36%. That's around league average for the Knicks shot 13 out of 35 from three-point land. The free throws, 11 out of 18 for New York. They lost 7 free throws on the line. Although Charlotte did not shoot that great either. They missed. Also, they shot 24 they hit 16 out of 24 free throws as well. The rebounding, the Knicks totally rebound them by two rebounds, 51 to 49. The Charlotte Hornets had 25 assists. The Knicks had 17 assists. Both teams ended up with 5 blocks apiece. Charlotte had 10 steals. New York had 8. The Knicks had 19. Yes, 19 turnovers. That's what's going to cause you to lose games with the turnover battle. 12 for Charlotte. The Knicks had 14 offensive rebounds. Charlotte had 12. And the points in the paint, this is why they won this game. Charlotte outscored the New York Knicks. This is the second game in a row now. 58 to 40, 18-point differential at the paint. If you want to look at where the game was lost, it was there, and allowed them to hit a few of those three-pointers that were very crucial down the stretch. Now, I'll give you the Hornets total. The Hornets were led tonight by Miles Bridges, who had 24 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds in 37 minutes. Second leading scorer for the Hornets, Gordon Hayward with 22 points, 7 assists, 5 rebounds, 30 minutes. Although those 22 points, they felt kind of not impactful for Gordon Hayward. I'm actually surprised he scored that high in points. It wasn't, so Terry Rozier had 18 points, 3 assists, 4 rebounds in 32 minutes. The man that a lot of people came out to see tonight, Kelly Oubre, he had 12 points, no assists, 2 rebounds, 27 minutes. Cody Martin played really good. He had played 60 minutes. He had a couple rebounds. He was really a pass. Actually, the one I was actually more impressed was Jalen McDaniels. Even though in 11 minutes he gave you 5 points, 1 assist, 1 rebound. But once that young man gets his shot going in, he'll be a good bench piece for Charlotte going forward. He had a lot of good looks, especially with a good point guard like LaMelo Ball that sends the ball around and gets you to the open spots. LaMelo Ball had a really good game. In 37 minutes, 12 points, 9 assists, 17 rebounds for LaMelo Ball. He's rebounding, he assists. He almost had a triple-double. He was a rebound, assist away from a triple-double. That's the point. That's the reason why we say we want get a point guard like that. That's what I'm not saying they need to give us those same numbers, but when you have a high assist total, you get guys around and guys eventually start hitting shots. So he in 37 minutes, 17 rebounds. You have Mason Plumlee with 6 points and assists, 11 rebounds in 29 minutes. Nick Richardson, when he got in there, he asserted himself. Another big that was giving Knicks a little bit of trouble. You see the Knicks, the height advantage starts to show itself again. The Knicks are an undersized team, if you ask me. Nick Richardson had 5 points, 4 rebounds in 11 minutes. Smith played a minute, just to close out a quarter, nothing impactful. And then we'll give you the Knicks. We'll give you the Knicks total. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it. Definitely. Put from New York losing a game that we were up by 20, and a huge reason because we stink defensively right now. Embarrassing loss. He smiles and clowning us to get Kemba out of here. Okay, so we got Kemba. Kemba and Fournier were not the answers. This team was much worse than last year. Horrible defense. Looked like Fizdale-led team tonight. Not too much like that, Z, but I can see I'm frustrated as well. I'm really frustrated, Z. Hopefully you can join me up there. Hey Kelvin, you want to come on and let me put the stream there. If anybody wants to come on and give your thoughts, if you want to give me your thoughts on the game, more than likely to join me here. It's Friday night, so we could chop it out a little bit. Stay longer than usual. I'll give you the New York Knicks total. The New York Knicks were led by tonight by that same man, Kemba Walker. He had 26 points, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. I thought he was going to have a high assist game. To be honest with you, 3 assists. Julius Randle had 5 assists, 8 rebounds, 10 points. But those 5 assists were all in the first half. I'm like, wow, he has good assists. I like his numbers. And I was hoping he had higher assists. Mitchell Robinson logged in with 11 points in 23 minutes and 6 rebounds. Not an impact in the second half either for a man that wants to get paid and a contract coming up. And he's got to really show a little more here if he wants to get that contract. Alex Burks with 15 points in 25 minutes. He had 9 rebounds, 3 assists. Let's go. Let's give you the starters. How putrid the starters were. Evan Fournier, 5 points, an assist, and 6 rebounds, 27 minutes. RJ Barrett, 26 minutes, only 2 points, 4 rebounds, struggling. Gibson, 3 points, 5 rebounds, no assists. Now we'll give you some of the other guys. Let's go with Emmanuel quickly. 21 minutes, he had 9 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds. But those 9 points were all those threes that were important swing plays, clutch moments of those threes. Derrick Rose, although the numbers don't show, but very impactful. He only had 8 points, though, 2 assists and a rebound. But, man, he felt like he was scoring. He felt like at times that he was the one-man guy that was carrying this team collectively for a short period of spurts. Obi Toppin with 15 minutes logged in 7 points, 8 rebounds for Obi Toppin in 15 minutes and an assist. Now, they ran out. One, could it be that he ran out of gas? Maybe not. I don't know. No problem. Kelvin, we'll see you. Have a good night, my friend. I appreciate you coming here. No problem. Have a good cold one. Cheers. To you tonight. So we'll definitely there. There's a lot of plus minus of 23. So thank you, Kelvin, for joining us. A to Z. Fizdale always blows the lead. Lost horribly and made super mistakes all of the game for both sides. No, well, Thibodeau. The way I'm calling it, look at it, I think Thibodeau, it would not make a difference, to be honest with you. If he would have brought his second unit, the Rat Pack in, let's say the 6 minute left in the third quarter, 6 minute mark instead of the 3 minute mark, 3 minutes earlier, and this team and the second unit does what it does still, but at some point you still got to bring the starters in, and if the starters aren't doing their job, regardless of when you make your substitution or not, it's going to be hard to win games. So I can see, Thibodeau. What I did like about Thibodeau tonight in the first half, he sprinkled some of the second unit with the starters. At times he played certain. Normally when you don't see them all play like that, and he's trying to get some rhythm and cohesiveness with that. Although I think, no disrespect to Todd Gibson, Gibson had a good game where he brings on defense those balls, but offensively he didn't give us anything either. Offensively he missed a couple of shots there that he was hitting in the preseason. In the preseason, Taj Gibson was hitting a lot of good shots, making shots. Could have been a false narrative. I wasn't collecting. When this team shouldn't be designed to expect Todd Gibson to be scoring anyway, 10 points or plus. Whatever you get from Todd Gibson on the offensive, usually for putbacks is a bonus. But when you featuring and he has to put up with shot clock winding down and he's got to put up shots or from difficult angles too, you got an issue. You got an issue there as well. Um, One thing that is so predictable and like I mentioned before on mentioning is that play by Randle. He comes up with the ball and he goes quickly immediately to the left side of the corner and boxes himself. There's not that much space between sideline and court, and he goes always there all the time. Then either Fournier comes around a curl and they pass the ball back and forth like hot potato, behind the 3 point line, and then either he tries to make a step back side shot three, or the ball gets hit off him out of bounds because there's not much room there, or it turns into a bad shot, or he wants to make the long court pass, gets intercepted in the passing lane. Teams figure that out. There's a lot of film right now. I mentioned that there's a lot of film on the Knicks because remember Thibodeau played the starters and the team heavy minutes in the preseason, and now with 12 games in or 13 games in plus four, you're talking about 17 to 18 games roughly. Excuse my math. There's enough scouting report on these guys, and when there's enough scouting report, teams make adjustments. The NBA, this modern NBA now, they have video coordinators, video scouters, and they bring their teams to position of success. They got specialists for this that just sits all day in a room, watch videos and film, and brings a scouting report to players, and players start rotating and playing the certain passing lane and tendencies. So there's enough film on the Knicks and not catching people by surprise immediately. So my question is there enough film right now on the Knicks to scout them, their starting units and their tendency, because they're very predictable. If me that I'm an amateur sitting in this chair here, enjoying the game on a play-by-play, and I'm able to call the play before or exactly what's going to happen, and bam, it happens, it's because it's predictable. It's even for an untrained, I'm not no NBA scout. I'm just a fan that loves the team, loves the sport, and I've seen so much of it with experience and seen so much with my natural eyes that I can see, this is what's going to happen, and boom. Imagine these um, team and organization that they specialize in this, and they're very. I think the Knicks are extremely predictable, in my opinion. I don't know where they turn from this. I know I'm going to say, well, it's only a few games. It's only 2 games lost. Usually years from now, we're like we're in the Pelicans situation or so forth. You're correct. Your point that you're going to bring against me or rebuttal, you're totally correct. We could be worse. We could be terrible. All that narrative. But you changed the expectation and narrative last season. Last year when you came and played above and beyond your expectation and you seen it, and now you come in this season and we're expecting that same type of intensity and play and we're not getting it, and that's a concern. Did was it now when a few games in, and when I know we're not at the 16 game mark, but we're really close, and we're close to a quarter of the season. Were the Knicks last year a fluke? um, or is this or are they taking a really step back? But hopefully, is it a step back to take you take one step back to take 3 leaps forward? I mean, when I mean 3 leaps forward, this team would gel and go on a run and be playoff ready with this type of shooting and the type of players that they have. Who knows? Who knows? We shall see. We shall see what they'll do going forward. I don't know what they could do in practice to fix this. I thought they just didn't. The starters did not play a full 48-minute game. They came out of that halftime so lackadaisical, not getting back on defense, and then they brought him in. Then they brought him in here with a close game, and we seen what happened. Those really that lob play there for LaMelo Ball on that inbounds in the fourth quarter, real sloppy. He came in and stole the ball for RJ and scored on that layup. The Knicks only scored 20 points in the fourth quarter, 21 in the third. They're not going to cut it. It's not going to cut there. I hope they play better against the Pacers. Yeah, the Knicks going to have an opportunity. There's going to be a 3-game losing streak staring in their face. The Pacers. I don't think the Knicks match up good against the Pacers, in my opinion. We shall see. I think Sabonis loves eating Julius Randle's lunch, and I don't trust Julius Randle right now. I'm right now concerned. He's not that same fire and desire, or it's not there. Something's missing. Something's missing. A spark, a desire. I don't know what it is, but something's missing. Hopefully, he figured it out. Hopefully, it's just me a little bit overreacting. I'm hope so. Like I said, I don't mind sitting here eating crow and on overreaction. A much better game for Kemba Walker. Now we need to see him have a back-to-back good games for the Knicks. We need to get see him go back-to-back, and other than Charlotte or a Boston uniform. I want to see him do this against other other uniforms, other laundry. It's going to be a tough matchup with Brandon, and it'll be interesting to see. Hey, it's Dan. What's going on, Chef Dan?
Oh, salute to you, Kev. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well, man. I'm glad to see you. I hope everything's well, my friend.
Yeah, you can see me. I got the book bag on. I just came in the house. I was listening to the game on the radio. Tell me what you saw from the actually saw from the game, because I could tell you what I heard from the game. But tell me what you saw. I just came in and immediately hopped on. So
No, where do you want me to break the first half? The first half, the Knicks defense played, perimeter defense played very well.
nah. We all know what the problem is right now. It's the third and the fourth quarter, especially that third quarter. So you tell me what you saw in that third quarter.
The third quarter, the starters didn't come out. They didn't. They stood in halftime. They were a step slower. The Hornets immediately attacked and took advantage of it. They didn't move their were sloppy, mishandling the ball, careless, lackadaisical. They didn't rotate on the 3 pointers. They were doing very well in the first half with the starting unit, and they held the Hornets. The Hornets were abysmal from 3-point land. And they didn't shoot that great either all game either. But though in the third quarter, allowed them um, to get their feet in there. And I remember mentioning, I was mentioning on the watch along when the Knicks had a double digit lead. I said, you know what? If you're the Knicks, you do not want to allow the Hornets to cut it to single digit lead going into the half, because that's like a win for them. They were up. The Knicks were up by 21 points at one point, and they allowed them to come back and go to the half by 9. And I was like, you know what? That's like a victory for the Hornets. The Hornets come out immediately, go on a 10-1 run immediately, tie the game up. That then the starters, my opinion, Thibodeau should have went a little earlier. But here's the narrative. Here's the rebuttal on that one. I even rebutted my own self on that one, because if you bring the starters in he brought them in around 2 minutes, 3 minutes left in the third quarter, and on the second unit. I think they should have brought them within the six. But when you do that, you still got to bring the starters back in the fourth quarter eventually. And if they give you that same performance, it goes to no avail. It goes to moot. So damn if you do, damn if you don't. It all starts, with Julius Randle. I don't know what's wrong. He's reverted back to Julius Randle 2020. With the sloppy ball handling, clumsiness with the ball, doing too much with the dribble, and he's turning the ball over a lot, and teams get to attack and take advantage on that. Hey,
Salute,
Gideon, what's going on, Gideon?
salute, Dan, salute, Kev. How's everybody's night?
All right, all right. I see.
Oh,
Yeah,
salute. Oh, yeah, salute to you, G Money. Go ahead. I thought you was gonna go ahead. Get.
salute. I mean, to me, we lost the game. But well, we allowed the Hornets back in the game late second quarter, the whole third quarter because of turnovers, transition, open threes, drives by Hayward, and in the fourth quarter, and Phibbs kills me with this sometimes. You see that your bench is playing well, right? You're up to 93-91. Obi's throwing it down. Quigley banging threes. Rose attacking. Even Taj hasn't. Burks hitting shots. Why will you take Obi out and put Randall and RJ in the game? It makes no sense whatsoever when they're struggling. Okay? And the starters still. Kemba tried. He tried his best. He was attacking. He tried his best. Made some mistakes, especially that bad pass, the inbound pass, but he tried. Mitch was so-so. Randall was garbage tonight, in my opinion. And like what Z said, his defense tonight was bad. RJ Barrett struggled. Evan Fournier was quiet. We gotta get the Hornets credit. Gordon Hayward had a big second half. Scary Terry hit some tough shots. LaMelo Ball, even though he didn't play great offensively, he did other things. The rebounding and his passing and his steals. I mean, it's a tough loss. I know it's early in the season, but people need to understand this. Every game kind of counts because we don't know where we're going to be in the standings. So this is a game that even though we got to give the Hornets credit, this is a game that we blew because the starters, other than Kemba, were mediocre and Thibs bad rotation, especially in the fourth quarter. He did a good job putting the bench to start the fourth quarter and late in the third. But why you take some of your bench players out when you know your starters are struggling? That's stupid to me.
Right.
And
He didn't need to
yeah,
make wholesale. He didn't need to make wholesale changes there. He could have sprinkled some of them in there with starters and bench players. Gideon.
right. I agree. And we have the Pacers on Monday. Remember, they beat us early in the season because they were hitting threes and stuff. Look, the Bucks game, we could have won that. I understand you guys had the quote unquote Obi call, but I don't give a damn about that. We just lost because we gave up threes. And in this game, we just gave up transition buckets in the second half and open cash and shoot threes, and we couldn't stop the drive and kick. And turnovers, and that is why we lost. I mean, the bench played fine. The bench has played well the past few games and most of the season, but the starters. Sorry, I'm watching the Bucks Celtics game right now. The starters, other than Kemba and Mitch at times, were bad tonight, in my opinion. And this is a loss that if you're New York, you got to learn to limit turnovers and play 48 minutes. And the third quarter, again, is inconsistent. I don't know why in the third quarter we're so streaky. It's not even funny. It doesn't make any sort of sense why we can't play consistent in that third quarter. Too many drives, not passing the ball, one-on-one play, and it's crazy. And yes, the Hornets are a good team. They're a good team that I believe can make the playoffs because they have nice young talent and a good, pretty good coach in James Borrego. But if the Knicks want to take the next step, we gotta learn to play 48 minutes of smart, intelligent basketball, not only defensively but even offensively. We only scored 41 points in the second half. Like,
Right.
come on.
Right. 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 What I mentioned with that the lack of scoring in that 41 point in the second half, and
Mm-hmm.
it's because they stopped going to the paint. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they all wanted as the 3 point. We all get excited by the three ball. We love the three ball. We like to see the shot go in. Of course, we all want to see that. But if there is no shot blockers, no rim protectors on this Hornets team, this team should have been scoring in the paint. That's why I'm actually the one I'm going to be more I'm really down and disappointed with Randall. I'm already
I
I'm up
agree.
to here. I'm up to here with him already. To be honest with you, but I'm extremely disappointed is with RJ Barrett because that's his game. Going to the basket, going to the going to the cup. And I didn't see a lot of that aggressiveness from RJ Barrett. Now, could it be that RJ Barrett said, you know what? I'm gonna take a step back a little bit because we got Kemba Walker balling out in the first half. I'm gonna, give it up to you, but this is where you want to see a little bit of a not a detriment of a selfishness, but a little bit of selfish play and say, you know what, I'm gonna go get mine. Especially in that
Mm-hmm.
third quarter when there's no rim protector, they weren't really blocking a lot of shots, and that's why
Mm-hmm.
I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed with RJ Barrett tonight for that reason. I think he should have been more aggressive going to the hole and trying to go in the paint. Um,
Mm-hmm.
in my opinion.
I agree. Too many jump shots, missing shots at the rim. And like you said, I understand why you're frustrated with Julius Randle. I mean, again, I understand you're gonna have bad shit at nights, but do other things, man. And like what Z said, your defense was horrible in this game. Late closeouts, taking bad shots. He even missed 3 free throws to end the
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
It's like, and he barely made the last one. Just had to like bounce in.
Right.
10 points. Come on,
No,
RJ.
yeah,
2 points. Fournier. I mean, 5 points. 2 of 8 from 2 of 6 from the field. RJ 1 of 9. Randle 4 of 15. Come on, man, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah. And getting, another thing that I was talking about, I actually was okay in giving a little bit of accolades to Julius Randle in the first half when I went to the halftime.
Hmm.
You know what I said? I like the fact that he's not scoring much, but he has 5 assists. He's
Hmm.
assisting the ball, and he stood stuck with that. He finished the game with 5 assists. He didn't do nothing in the second half.
Right.
Nothing. And one thing that frustrates me is he's playing bad, but the minute I don't like to criticize Coach Thibodeau, but I am going to do it here. The minute Obi Toppin made a mistake, he's very demonstrative on the sideline, getting upset with Obi Toppin. One
Hmm.
mistake with Obi Toppin, and Obi Toppin doesn't got caught in between trying to either help on a double, and he allowed his man to cut from the corner and got a layup in a cutting, and they fed the ball, and Thibodeau demonstratively gets upset. And
Hmm.
okay, stop that. I'm personally saying you got to stop. I know you're a coach and you're the main guy, and who am I to tell you, but Obi makes a mistake, you can't be demonstrative on that kid
Right.
all the time because he's playing phenomenal, and where
Hmm.
he was last year, the way he is this year, he's taking leaps and bounds.
Hmm.
You should be getting a demonstrative and upset is with your main guy who's got paid, the top dollars and wants to be, we're here and I want to be the king of New York and so forth and all that. You should be getting mad with him when he makes those stupid mistakes, lackadaisical, not cutting and playing terrible. So, I'm a little bit of the Random Phantom. He says, I'm officially tuning out the Knicks for the remainder of the season. After this one, I don't want
I
no
won't
headaches.
go that far. I
That's a
mean,
little bit
I won't.
ridiculous,
I
Phantom.
won't
Yeah.
go that far. It's
No.
early. If this
It's
keeps
early. Right.
happening, then
Right.
okay. If this keeps happening, okay, but not right now. Wait till Christmas time, January, and then see where the team's at. If we continue to lose close games like this, then I can understand your frustration, and you have the right to leave. But the fact there's only 13 games, we still have a winning record.
Yeah.
I won't turn off yet. But I do understand Randall Phantom's point. We just need to play 48 minutes. We've lost 2 in a row. We lost what? We were 5 and we lost 5 of our last 7 games.
Yeah. Not good.
I mean, it's easy to say we will see what happens, but if this continues to happen, what's it to keep waiting and seeing about the things we keep changing? It was going to be the same story. So my point I'm trying to say is this: the East got better. I kept telling Knicks fans the
Yes.
East got better. People just think that we're gonna be top 4 in the East, this and that,
No.
and the third.
You've been saying that, Gideon.
I've been saying that.
And I got the receipts here, and I got your back on that one. You've been saying, it's the East is totally hard, conference, totally difficult, and you've been preaching that since the minute the free agency finished.
Even when we were 5-1, it's
Yeah.
like people need to use common sense. It's easy to say, you never know. It's easy to say words, but when you look at the eye test and look at the and think with common sense, what makes me think we're gonna win 50 plus games this year? We're a good
No.
team, but the
Right.
East got better. This isn't like we're gonna play trash teams every night. Miami's gonna be stronger. Brooklyn's gonna be stronger. Atlanta looks bad now, but they're gonna turn things around. Boston's gonna get better. Charlotte, Indiana, Toronto is improved. Cleveland, Washington. How we win 50 plus games? I mean, we're a good team, but are you going to trust Kemba to stay healthy? I don't. Are you going to trust Rose to stay healthy? I don't. Are you going to trust Thibodeau to make the right adjustments consistently? I don't. This isn't last year, okay? This year's East team, this year's East is improved. Yes, I understand we can't overreact to one loss, but sometimes we just got to look at what we need to look at, not what we need. We need to look what we need to look at, what we rather than what we want to look at. We're a good team, but I'm sorry, I don't see top 4 in the East this year. I gotta be honest.
No, and the thing is, everyone's gonna panic a little bit, and say we need to make a trade. But what trade is out there? You're gonna break up this a great nucleus in your bench
Mm-hmm.
for I don't know. I don't know. I don't see. You know what the thing is frustrating is I don't see where they have an answer. I
Mm-hmm.
don't see where they could find answers right now with this team
Right.
with what they have. And you don't want to disrupt the chemistry. I want to see it work out. We want to see these guys play together and see what it develop and let them marinate and see what they come up with it. But as of right now, the early returns, I'm not impressed. I'm not happy with the starting unit.
I agree.
And we couldn't be going around pumping our chests, throwing parades, 55 wins, 60 wins. I saw, being ridiculous, delusional and you got to stay even keel. Vegas never lose money, Gideon. Vegas
Right.
said 41, 42 wins. They also saw the East was tough.
I had
I'm not.
45.
I have 46, 47 myself. I didn't, and that's playing well, and I didn't know they were going to be this terrible on the defense and on the perimeter defense.
I agree, man. I mean, Zach had a good point. I kind of knew that I didn't think it would be horrible perimeter defense, but I knew we would be a little bit worse because Kemba's not a great defender. Neither is Fournier. We just got to look at reality. We got to look at reality. We can't fall for regular season stuff. We got to look at reality sometimes. The reality of the situation is that the Eastern Conference got better. Okay, the reality of the situation is that our starters have been inconsistent. Okay. The reality of the situation is we have lost 5 out of the last 7. Yes, I understand the Hornets are a good team. We got to give Charlotte credit. But we were up 16. Don't forget in this game. We were up 16 and we didn't
Right.
play 48 minutes. And Knicks fans still think this team's going to be a top 4 seed in the East. Is this team better than Miami? Healthy? No. Is this team better than Brooklyn? Healthy? No. Is this team better than Milwaukee? Healthy? No. In fact, we lost to the Bucks when they were banged up. Are we even sure we're even better than the Sixers in the regular season? I'm a true fan, but I'm a realist. I don't buy into this. Oh, we're 5-1. We're a good team, but remember, this isn't last year. This is this year. The East got better this year. Cleveland improved. Detroit improved. Toronto improved. I'm sorry, Detroit's garbage. I'm sorry. Toronto improved. Cleveland improved. So I don't understand why Knicks fans think we'll win 50 plus games. It's not going to
Right,
happen.
right, right. But I want to also here the bench will be depleted and overworked by getting 60. The way their starters are digging holes, it's a sign. It's early, but the sign. Yeah, random. Your point is 100% perfect. He misspoke on big task with Detroit. He misspoke. I know what he was trying to say. They got improved. He misspoke about Detroit. He corrected himself there. Gideon corrected himself there, but
I didn't mean to say Detroit. I made a mistake. I meant to say Cleveland, Toronto improved. Indiana's going to bounce back. I meant to say Atlanta's going to bounce back. So it's
no,
like,
it's
yes,
all
we're a
good.
good
Yeah,
team, but I keep telling people this team's not winning 50 plus games. We gotta use common sense because here's the thing: this you have to understand this. Kemba is injury prone. Rose is injury prone, and like you said, Kev, Thibodeau's a good coach, but sometimes his stubbornness can be
yeah,
a way or his inconsistent lack of adjustments. It's easy to say wait and see, but what is there for me to keep waiting and seeing about if it's the same story every time?
right. And it's the
So
same. It's the same. It's the same
so
movie. The
so
same
why would I
film.
keep waiting and seeing we're gonna win 50 games when I know we're not? Because here's the thing. Yeah, an injury can happen, doesn't mean it will happen. And an injury can happen to us. So it's like, hell, Randall went to the locker room and came back. Do we think about all this stuff? It's like we're quick to say wait and see, but it's like when I hear that, it's like people want to be delusional and don't want to look at reality. Sometimes it's good to just look at what you need to look at, rather what you want to think. So it's like, yes, we're a playoff team. I agree with that. But what's top 4 in the East? Hell, Chicago might be better than us right now. If we're being honest.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Random. Appreciate it. Definitely. Thank you. Appreciate
Thank you,
it.
Randall.
Let me say this here. With all I'm asking for, and I'm in big task, I'm with you on that. I
Mm-hmm.
want to see Obi Toppin play at least 5 more minutes. Can I just? I'm not saying start him over Randall. I'm not saying he's better than Julius Randall. No, I'm not
Right.
saying that either. He's working out better in the role that he's in right now with the team, but he's not a better player right now than Randall.
Mm-hmm.
But can we at least get 5 more
You guys.
minutes? Yeah, yeah, no problem. Chef Dan, I know you're quiet. Talk to me. What's your thinking and what did you hear on the radio?
Um, to me personally, give me one moment. I think I'm echoing.
No, you're good. I'm not hearing an echo.
Okay. All right. Well, to me personally, man, it really doesn't feel like, things are bad, but I don't think things are so bad right now to where, like, we're panicking. I think there's certain things, like everyone needs to make adjustments, and the whole team needs to make adjustments. But this game was a microcosm of a lot of things. Number one, I think this game. I know you said that in the coming into the second half, we kind of let them, cut into the lead by 9, and they did that via teamwork, right? But the bad thing that happened, and I felt was going to happen at some point during the game, because it happened a lot last year, and we just didn't see it. We didn't see it get tested this year. Was RJ Barrett's off the ball defense? Because Gordon Hayward, as good as he is on the ball, I think he's one of those guys that he's just as good off the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And so, what RJ Barrett was tested with this game was he was he going to be ball watching the entire time, or watching his man, or was he going to give it as the equal amount of treatment? RJ Barrett has been known to be a ball watcher. So in the beginning of the third quarter, when I kept hearing Gordon Hayward's name, I knew who he was beating
Mm-hmm.
consistently. The radio announcers didn't have to tell me, and at some point they even stressed it out. It's like, yo, RJ is really getting cooked off the ball right now.
Yep.
RJ was not tested off the ball so far this year. And so this was the perfect time for him to get this out of his system. He has to know you cannot ball watch the entire possession, especially because like throughout the league, all the matchups that you're going to face right now
Mm-hmm.
throughout the league, the forwards that he's facing, they're not going to be on the ball dominant players. A lot of them are going to be off ball players that get the ball while cutting, do 1-2 dribbles the most, and then get their bucket. If not, they can trust them to do an isolation here and there. But that's who RJ is going to be guarding most of the time. Um, so RJ Barrett needs to do better as far as off the ball defense.
Right.
Another thing is, I know the defense was bad overall for the team, but I think a lot of things contribute to that. Number one is, I knew that the offense was going to stagnate in the third quarter.
I
Reason
agree.
being was because for the first two quarters, Charlotte Hornets practically saw everything that the Knicks wanted to do for their offense. We saw
Mm-hmm.
the same trend happen in the Orlando back to back, where
Mm-hmm.
Orlando had tape on us in one game, came
Mm-hmm.
back, made the adjustments, and we were not able to adjust to those adjustments. It's now happening within the game. That much I want to say that I can blame that on Thibodeau, but I think as much as it would be on Thibodeau, as it would have to be on the players.
I
They're
agree with
having a
that.
bad habit right now, and I'm looking at the reason why I went silent while you two were breaking down what you guys saw, was because I needed to see the numbers for myself on how much shots each guys were taking. And it's surprising to me, because if you look at the numbers, it would equate to was that essentially Charlotte and New York had the same amount of possessions. Rebounds, we had 51 rebounds to their 49.
Mm-hmm.
Offensive rebounds, we had 14 to their 12. But they
Mm-hmm.
had 25 assists and we had 17. Reason being, we're going isolation a lot more. When are we going isolation a lot more? Is when everyone in the team decides that they can't get their own shot. So what are they going to do? They're just going to give it to Randall for a mid-range isolation.
They also had 10
Those
steals, the Hornets too.
Exactly, because they were also planning on the Knicks to just give it up to Randall for Randall to bail them out of a possession. That
Mm-hmm.
can't keep happening. So now the one thing I want to look for, because I think it's bleeding into the defense. The reason why the defense is getting bad, we see this all the time with every NBA team. Once their offense starts to stagnate, their defense gets bad. And the
Facts.
rare exception you would find is with a team like us last year, where we already knew that our offense was going to be bad at some points.
Mm-hmm. And one other nugget for you, man. The Hornets had 58 points in the paint. The Knicks at 44. The Hornets had 16 fast break points. That, to me, what changed the game, that vicious slam magenta throw down by Miles Bridges. That started a 13-3 run. That changed the game right there. Once I
And
saw
that
that,
was
Yeah.
and that was a momentum stealer from Obi's slam dunk right there. But
Hmm.
I don't want to like right now because I didn't see the game. I can't take into what was momentum and what wasn't. I can
Hmm.
only hear certain actions and go off the numbers that are presented to me right now.
Right.
And
Right.
there are
Right.
certain things that I feel like, as far as the offense, they're leaking into the defense,
First.
and that's one of the things as far as bailing out to trying to
Mm,
get Randall to bail them out.
mm,
One thing that I'm kind of looking to see that I haven't heard from the commentators all throughout this time listening to the couple of games that I've listened to so far is I have not heard a Kemba Walker, RJ Barrett pick and roll.
Nope.
That really hasn't been exploited. I remember hearing that Kemba Walker and Evan Fournier have great chemistry. Has that pick and roll been shown to us?
no.
That hasn't been exploited yet. And so now there are different wrinkles that can be implemented into the offense. I know Thibodeau has to have been stressing this to these guys. So now, when certain things aren't working, are you trying to flow and find other things? Are you trying to make the offense flow, or are you just dumping it to Randall for for him to bail it out? Because now that he's doing these mid-range isolations, he's doing this hopefully to get rhythm. Because if the bailout works for him in the sense that he can get the mid-range going, then the offense can flow right back. But I think even
Right.
then, like, this is where him as a team captain, he has to kind of go to the team and go, no more. I'm not doing the mid range to bail you out for right now. You guys have to pass, and we have to do a quick action. You got like I remember Mike Miller before Thibodeau got hired. Mike Miller found a way to get Randall going. Why? Off of pistol action, because when you get
Mhm.
Randall going with a head of steam, he's very dangerous. We saw
Facts.
in the preseason when teams wanted to go into the zone that Randall was able to be the cutter off the ball, get into the middle, get the ball, and then do what he can do in the not in the post, in the painted area. So these are the type of things that I'm trying to listen for, and I'm not hearing. It's not. I don't think Thibodeau isn't calling for these actions
Right.
because the
But
game is fast paced. He can't. I don't think I don't think there is a coach right now that is in control of every possession on the field.
right,
This
right,
isn't football.
right. Well,
It's the game is too fast paced. So now what it is that are the players themselves naturally saying, you know what, we're going to keep passing and passing and passing until we find an action that goes. And the players aren't doing that. They're either isolation or settling for a Randall isolation. And the last thing I wanted to point out is I think right now, health wise, Mitchell Robinson isn't right,
no,
because if he was right, the one thing I just now that I'm like listening to the game, like I was on the train, so it kind of cut in and out for me. So that's why I really have to look at the numbers. But I kept hearing it. A tip in by Mitchell Robinson, a tip in attempt by Mitchell Robinson that failed. Sometimes he got it in, sometimes he didn't. Nah, man. Mitch is supposed to be aggressive in the paint, especially if I'm hearing that Mason Plumlee is cutting off of him and they don't have
Mhm.
a steady paint presence to defend him. He's supposed to be way more aggressive in the paint.
right. Well,
Right.
I wanted to bring that about the offense. You say that Julius Randle bails out mid range. Here's the thing, though. He gets the ball. I don't know why in the world he wants to go to the sideline, to the left side of the sideline, trap himself when you don't have a lot of real estate to dribble the ball. He traps himself on that sideline, and then he either passes it to Fournier, Fournier back to him, cutting, and then the shot clock. That's why he ends up in isolation taking these shots because they wait too long. The shot clock is running down. He's got to get it moving, and then when the times that he wants to pass, he wants to throw the across the court pass. On the other side, and it gets cut off. Like you said, Julius Randle in the pistol is phenomenal, taking the ball to the hole full same full head of steam. That's the way I would love to see Julius Randle. Also, Julius Randle had a couple plays that frustrated me. He had a play where he was driving to the basket, and this is when the game was critical. There was they could have stopped this nine, and it was in the third or fourth quarter. I remember saying that he was driving. He was right at the rim, and he decides to pass the ball out back to a 3 pointer. They made two passes, they missed the three. He was right there for him to score in the paint, and he decided not to. I don't know if it was bad angle or what the case was. The point is, you also had a mismatch when teams are playing your point guard against you, and you have more strength, and you're in front of the basket 1-on-1, and you got good post moves with spin and attacking the rim. Go attack. You got the moves, the strength, the shoulders to go to the paint, not settle and try to take a fadeaway jump, moving away from the rim to take
Facts.
a high percentage shot. No, his shot selection is atrocious.
Mhm.
It's not wise, and I get it. Bail him out. You got to show, okay. That's you do. There's some truth to what you said with that bailout and him isolation, but he also got to be smart in his shot selection going forward. It's a hand in hand. It's a perfect
Yeah,
storm.
no, you're absolutely right with that. In that, though, two things can be true at the same time. One is that he is bailing them out with the mid range, but two is that his shot selection right now is bad. But there's a and it's not to cop for Julius because his shot selection is bad, and I know sometimes they're giving it to him early in the shot clock, and he
Mhm.
is doing that, like you said. But then there's also like the reason why it looks bad and what we have to kind of tame. I know you said you're right there with him as far as like the anger and the shot selection and things. I can agree and see where you're at with him, but you also have to like where you kind of, as much as you want to like, if you want to put it up there, you kind of take away a little, is that when they are like the bailout, the reason why some of the numbers look bad is because when they're giving him the ball in the shot clock, and sometimes let's say he gets a mid-range shot up, and it almost does that, it almost hits it, but it doesn't. So now the next
Mhm.
possession they feel more comfortable to give it to him earlier in the shot clock. So now he knows he's going for the mid-range, but he kind of wants to get a better look. He's gonna kind of dribble out things of that nature, try and get the mid range. If not, he's gonna kick out. That's where that flow comes in, and that flow, that's something that I think Thibodeau has to change, because he could do that with last year's team. The reason why I think you're frustrated, and we all see it, is the
Mhm.
reason the reason that the defense is so lackluster is because this offense can be better.
Mhm.
The starters right now can be better. Like, I know everyone thought that Kemba lost a step, this, that, whatever. I'm watching a lot of I had to watch Kemba's highlights in Charlotte to see like whether he had a step on everyone. And it was, I don't think he had a step. It was an aggressiveness that he's lacking right now. Like, not for nothing, I know he keeps saying he's from here, but what does a stereotypical New York point guard do, ladies and gentlemen? Like Kev, can you tell me what does a stereotypical New York point guard do?
They take the ball to the rack, man. They go. They
Gets
play.
to the
They
hole and beats
take to the
assertive. Go
hole. They
They
play with
attack,
they get
attack,
to
contact.
the
attack.
whole aggressive attack, things of that nature, and then they start to do the mid range, and then it goes from th- they start from the paint, and then they move back. How many drives to the paint have we seen Kemba do?
Tonight he was more aggressive. Tonight he was very
Tonight
aggressive.
he was
It was
more aggressive,
assertive
and
tonight.
He was
Yes.
but see,
assertive.
that's where that's where like I kind of have to give and take with tonight, is that I know the offense had to stutter because Kemba went aggressive, and so now how did the offense flow from Kemba's aggressiveness? This was the first time tonight where Kemba had 20 points in the first half, and I thought that was a good thing, right? Going into the halftime, I remember I was leaving work, and I'm like, Kemba has 20 points, entering the halftime. That's great. Things are gonna flow. And then I stopped and I said, wait, how does things flow? Because if Kemba attacks, like, what does the team do? Do you now center it into Fournier gets do you now do a Fournier Kemba pick and roll, kick out where you kind of have Mitch involved, things of that. Like, how does the team flow from Kemba having the juice? We know how the team flows from Julius having the juice. We know how the team flows from Fournier having the juice, because those two flow together. But where does it flow from Kemba having the juice?
Yeah, it looked like everybody else. And look, this is what I think, and it's just me, my hypothetical. They saw Kemba had 20 points in the half. You know what? Kemba single handedly is gonna beat the Charlotte Hornets, and I think that's carried.
Sorry.
And I think that carried over in the third quarter, and
And if it wasn't Kemba, then Julius ought to come through for us.
Sure.
and
I knew it was
Julius
gonna
just
be the
has
Kemba
it.
Walker game. I knew Kemba. I'm sorry for interrupting, guys.
No,
I
no,
knew
you go,
Kemba.
your
No, go
floor is
ahead.
yours.
I,
The
I
floor is
knew
yours.
Kemba was going to be assertive, going to the basket. He was attacking early. His jumper looked good, especially the elbow, the three. And I'm like, woo, could this be the game he might have like 25 to 30? I'm like, woo, this might be the game for him. And then after that, we went away from him. Why? He's like, why we start
Right.
going, like, why? He's hot.
And I understand you wanted to bring you. I understand you wanted to get other people involved too, because it's five players
Mhm.
on the court, and you want to get everybody in a free flow option, especially after that, criticism we had at home against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Mhm.
And they got benched the whole fourth quarter and all that narrative. And I understand why but I think they might have force fed it too much tonight, and I think it cost them, in my opinion.
And the
Mhm.
other thing is, like, hearing you guys talk about it, like watching the game, I can clearly hear it. Like, here's what teams naturally do: you have a hot hand, then you play off the hot hand to find the next hot hand,
Mhm.
then you play off of that hot hand
To
to find
feed
the
off
next
another hot
hot.
hand.
You feed to feed to feed. Right now,
Mhm.
you can see that the cohesion and the chemistry still isn't there, because now you have a night where Kemba goes off, but did the rest of the team decide to play off of Kemba Walker? No. I'm hearing G Money say it right now that they went away from him, and why? If anything, he should have been involved in every
Mhm.
action. And
Mhm.
if he's not taking the shot, he should have gotten the assist. If not an
Yeah.
assist, a hockey assist, because the next person shouldn't be trying to take 2, 3 dribbles. It should be a pass to a shot.
Right,
Mhm.
right. And to that, and let me tell you this. One thing I liked about Thibodeau, he tried to sprinkle in the first half some of the second unit with the first unit, and this is one that I mentioned on the watch along, and I said I like this move by Thibodeau. He had everyone out there from the second unit at Gibson, uh, Quickly, Rose, Burks. No Obi, but he kept Randall, and the second unit still passed the ball, and they did
Mhm.
not. The ball did not go to Julius Randle like about 3 to 4, like about 4 to 6 possessions, and they scored on all those possessions without Julius Randle being involved, ISO or stopping the ball. And I hate to say it, but the ball on the offense is starting to look like Melo ball stopping. And I hate to say it, and Julius Randle's not that type of player. You
And
know,
he's not, but it shouldn't be that. And I agree with you
Mhm.
there, because this is the thing. I think we've gone away from the original identity of what this team was supposed to be. It was just supposed, like, the offensive pieces around us was supposed to be was supposed to have improved so much. And
Mhm.
it wasn't that, that now that everyone can go isolation. No, it was just supposed to make it easier for Julius Randle. And so what that
Mhm.
means is that everyone is supposed to have the ability to play off of each other. A lot of guys aren't playing off of each other right now.
no, no, they're not playing complementary basketball. At least the starters. Now the second unit, that's a whole other different story. They all
And
complement each other. They play phenomenal with one another.
this is another thing I wish I could have brought this up. I believe the for the Bucks game. I wanted to get on, but I just came from work and I was tired and things of that nature. But it seems like it's kind of leaking out now, like what they want the team, who the team wants to hold responsible. Because if you guys listen to Thibodeau's presser, in after the Bucks game, he was very upset, short worded, and it seemed like he's like the way he's taking it right now is like it's not on him. He's put the plays out there. He's let these guys know, and we know like all the guys on the starting unit, they're not like the collective basketball IQ for the starting unit is not low. They're very high. Like the basketball IQ for this team is very high right now.
Correct.
These guys have the capability to play off of each other. They are
Mhm.
not doing it. They are taking it upon themselves to go isolation a lot more. They're not doing the right things. They're not being aggressive in team play. That happened
Mhm.
with Thibodeau, like he kind of said it without saying it. The other person who said it without saying it was Derrick Rose.
Mhm.
Right, right. Yeah, it'll be interesting to hear that. It'll be interesting to hear their press conference tonight. We
Yeah.
definitely will definitely want to hear their presser, see what they got to say and so forth.
Yeah, yeah. And what kills me, we need to figure out doubles and triple teams, especially at the top of the key. We gotta learn. We got to do more handoffs, give and goes, man. I don't know why we're not sharing the ball. If you notice, when was the last we had 20 assists?
No,
Like
we don't have it. We haven't got it, and you
since
know,
what Milwaukee, and even that game was because of the bench. The bench was passing the ball. The starters were just playing hero ball. It's like, look, I know we're a good team, but this is the reason why I say I don't think we'll go far in the playoffs. We play so much hero ball and iso ball, and it's not going to work against high level competition. And even now, we lost what? We had a great. When we were 5-1, we were feeding the hot hand, like you said, Dan. We were sharing the rock, penetrating. Guys were involved. Now, in the past 7 games, we're playing iso ball, no ball movement, stagnant offense, and we're not finding the right man. And we're jacking up jump shots for the sake of it. And even our transition defense has been really inconsistent. 16 fast break points for the Hornets. The Hornets like to run, and most of their fast breaks were in the second half. When I saw that Miles Bridges dunk, I said to myself, we're in trouble. Because usually a dunk like that will change momentum, in my opinion. And what killed, and also that turnover by Kemba. Kemba had a good game, but the turnover by Kemba that led to the Lamelo Ball fast break, no defense, just a drive. It was sickening. And again, I give Phipps credit as far as in putting the bench to start the fourth quarter, but down the stretch, you see Julius Randle and RJ Barrett are struggling. You see they're not in the game. Why would you put them back in the game and not let the second unit ride out? They got us the lead. They erased the 11-point deficit. So it's like
well,
I don't understand.
I can understand that point, G Money, with bringing the starters back in because your bench is going to run out of gas. They're going
True.
to run out of gas, and you got to, and that's why they're the starters. They're the starters because you're better. They have the more talent, or better right now than your second unit. Although except for Rose is still good, but Rose is only in a small spurt. A moment, I think he should have monitored Rose's minute a little better and brought in Rose in, left him and brought him back in maybe. The thing is that and if it would have brought Rosen and Kemba to play at the same time, you saw a small, extremely small line. You saw Julius was playing the five. He had one time you had Julius, you had Barrett, you had Quickly, you had Burke, and you had Kemba on the floor on one
Mhm.
stretch there, and it was okay. They're really small. I think what's hurting the Knicks too was I don't know. They need they need a low post player
Yes.
that could score down in the paint, and they're too
Mm-hmm.
short. They're too short. They're average wise. Taj Gibson, we love you. We love to play. I love him the way he plays and so forth. But he's not the offensive low post. Our low post scoring is dependent on offensive rebounding and putbacks, which right now Mitchell Robinson isn't there with it. He's not in positioning, and Gibson, at 6'10", 6'9", might not get it for us. But I think they need. I think they really need to keep an eye out on a small forward who's about 6'10", 6'11". I'm not saying they're gonna get him, but I would like to select. If they were to get like a Laurie Markkinen, would have been a good pickup to play small forward. keep an eye on Sacramento for Marvin Bagley the third. Just
Mm.
keep an eye on that. Just keep an eye on that. It's too early. It's too early to speculate and
I
talk
heard
about that.
DeAndre Ayton. I don't think this is going to happen, but I heard DeAndre Ayton is in trade rumors with us. I mean, I don't think it's going to happen. If I had to be a better man, I think it's
From
going to stay on my
from
other favorite team, the Phoenix Suns.
Phoenix Suns. You think the Knicks will put a trade for
They're
DeAndre
not
Ayton?
going to trade him now. They're
They
not going
just
to get
they
paid.
just gave a contract though.
No, no, no. I'm not saying we'll get him. I'm
No, no,
hearing
I know, no,
rumors.
no, I
I
know,
don't
I
think they
know.
gave DeAndre Ayton a contract yet.
No, not yet. Not yet. If anything, if the Suns want to win a title, if here's two things, I know we're talking about New York, but I also like Phoenix too because I want to see Chris Paul get a ring. But here's another thing for the Suns. We'll get back to Knicks in a quick second. If you're
Mhm.
the Suns, you either could keep DeAndre Ayton or trade for Karl Anthony Towns or Miles Turner. If I were the Suns,
Hmm.
Okay.
so
Fellas,
yeah,
I gotta head to work in the morning, so I'm about to
Yeah,
head
we're
out of
gonna
here.
give us our final thoughts, Chef Dan, because I'm gonna end the stream as well because I've been on for over a few hours there and definitely wanna watch the remainder Bellator card.
So
mhm.
then, the only thing I can say is really that I think everyone had like the whole team, all in all, just has little things to clean up. We're
Mhm.
not sharing the ball. I think if we share the ball and everyone feels like offensively involved and it's not isolation and the offense is fluid, I think it's going to help our defense. I think that's the thing right now. Third quarter, we know what's happening, but we also see that teams are making adjustments. We have to be better in our adjustments.
Facts.
I don't think it's just Thibodeau, with a bad game plan or, I know the substitution in for RJ. That's the one thing for this game that I would hold against him. But other than that, um, the team just has to do better individually. The players have to do better, and I think that starts with offense for these guys. It starts with I know everyone tries to say it starts with defense, but for this team right here, we we can share the ball. We're not doing what we're supposed to be doing on offense. So I think it starts with us on offense, being better offensively and holding each other accountable and sharing the ball.
Right,
Right,
right.
right. G Money.
My final take before I have to go. We just need to just find the open man. We need to avoid that third quarter doom. Again, it's like, why is it every time the third quarter we stop sharing the rock, stop defending, and also Julius Randle, you got to be more assertive. Last year in the regular season, you found your spots. This year, it's like you're taking bad fadeaway shots and you're not playing consistent 48 minutes like you did last year in the regular season. Um, the bench continues to shine. The bench has been fine. Emmanuel Quigley, shout out to him. He started slow, but he's really come on strong the last few games. Allen Burks played his butt off. But like you said, we need a low post scorer, and we just need another rim protector, in my opinion. Man. It's like Noel, God knows when he's coming back, but it's like we just need to share the rock, limit turnovers because the turnovers too killed us in the second half. We gotta limit turnovers because when you have turnovers, you have less possessions. So if we can limit turnovers, we can run better offensive plays, and we got to learn to feed the hot hand for 40, feed the hot hands, I should say, so they can find their rhythm. And it was a tough loss, back to back loss. Hopefully, we get revenge on the Pacers. It will be a tough game because we've been garbage at home this year. So it will be a tough game. So we just got to take care of the Pacers on Monday. We have a weekend off to recover, to practice, to relax, and just get our minds right and just bounce back Monday night at home.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah. So we'll wrap this up tonight here. We'll see how the Knicks bounce back Monday night against the Pacers, Indiana Pacers. The Knicks will have a weekend to themselves. Maybe stand in front of the mirror, look at themselves in the mirror, starting collective. What can we do? What can we improve? Or just relax. Go. Take tomorrow night off. Go with the family. Go watch the internals. As a group or whatever the case. Watch the UFC fights tomorrow. If you're the Knicks, take the day off, take the night off. get away a little bit from basketball,
Mm-hmm.
and just reset and maybe go shoot around Sunday or whatever the case, and just leave it all. If I'm Thibodeau, I wouldn't even do a shoot around or anything. I'll just let them play until Monday morning. Quick shoot around and get going. Let them have these two next nights off, and let's see how they bounce back, because it looks like maybe they got, maybe it's too much basketball right now, too much.
Yeah.
They just need something to relax or come together. They are totally um practice extremely hard, so just give a couple nights off. Let maybe
Mm-hmm.
that's something good for the soul, and we shall see. We'll still be here rooting for them. We'll still be doing the watch along and dropping podcasts. We're fans. We love this team, and we all we want is to do the best. At the end of the day, we want to see them try to win the Larry O'Brien Trophy and hoist it. And that's what we want. And and all we want to do is get entertained by them. So we get frustrated and we get bothered is because we want to see them do well. We don't want to see them fail. Enough with the failures. We want to see these guys, reap from their hard work, and in and out. So hopefully, they bounce back. Stop this losing streak at 2, not let it escalate to 3, and
Mm-hmm.
continue back on the winning way. So for me, Bronx Sports Jedi Network, and I want to thank everyone from this big task. Big task was in the building. Maria was in the building. Random Phantom was in the building. Thank you so much. A to Z was in the building. So thank you, Kelvin. Kelvin, salute to you. Cheers on your beverage. Frank was in the building as well. Always
Mm-hmm.
part of here. So thank you for coming along. We had AJ was in the building as well. Hope I pronounced it correctly. We had, of course, we Derek Wilder couldn't be on. He has his son football, Friday night football. Hope your son did well. Mike Ortiz was in the building as well. We had Nooney in the building. Salute to you. Thank you everyone that joined. Jerome Peralta always shouts out in the building, so he was there. We had Ron from Still Knicks fan also in the chat. The best of TikTok was here. He showed up and he gave us a blessing there and watched the program. So thank you everybody for making this program a success, for watching along. Even if it's just myself, Gideon, or even just me and one person, it's still a success. It's one more person to talk to and have good time. And so good night, Maria. You have a wonderful weekend. You enjoy. I'll see you Monday night. We'll see, when we do next in the program or another sport. I always keep saying about that Yankee talk. I got it. It's just a lot of stuff overwhelmed for me, but I'll try to get it because there's a lot of surprising news going on with the New York Yankees. So I want to keep everybody up to date. But from me to you guys, Gideon, you have a good night. We'll
You
see you on
too.
the next one. We'll see you guys, and I hope you enjoy the watch along, not the outcome. And from Bosch Sports Jedi Network, saying thank you so much. See you next time.